My eyes and I hope that I can finally see the sky, that I can finally and even though my day is begun, I can always say this with the voice of all the hope I have left in me. I just want you to see, I just want to be a part of. I know the days we're gonna start of. I see you'll be a part of. I see all that we could dream of. I see, hopefully we'll be there in a moment. I can only see there. I see that we could be. I hope you finally see me. I walked past you the other day, and all I saw was hearts all day. That I could dream for a moment, it could be true, but now all I feel is blue.
I think I'm ready to finally give in, to see the start of where we begin. I see, I just wanna be a part of. I know the days we're gonna start up. I see you'll be a part of. I see all that we could dream of. I see, hopefully we'll be there in a moment. I can only see that I see that we could be. I hope you finally see me. So it's time to finally walk past smile and give it my best soul. I'll trust that little soul in me, and maybe now I'll finally be free. I can't ask to open up again. I'll break.
Unseen whispers in the night, revealing secrets hidden from sight. With ancient wisdom I'll ignite the flames of truth burning so bright. Ethereal cards, they hold the key, unlocking mysteries, setting us free through swirling mist. The future I see, guiding souls like a river to the sea. Welcome to the unknown prophet's domain, where spirits dance and fortunes remain. Let the tarot unfold, let it explain the path that lies ahead with no refrain. In the night, revealing secrets fortunes remain. Let the tarot unfold, let it explain the path that lies ahead, no refrain.
Thank you for letting me know my stupid sound wasn't up. Hello, everybody. My name is Joshua Bleasy. I am the unknown prophet of Twitch. Welcome to Wacky Wednesdays. I am the ethereal fire reader of Twitch. I do give you the best possible readings I can with my homemade deck, the 5 Paths Tarot. Today is Wacky Wednesday with my 3 verification decks. We're going to have an awesome day. Things have been going great. I want to thank everyone who went out there and signed up to register to vote yesterday. Continue to keep voting. I don't care who you vote for. I don't care what your politics are. Do your research and vote what you feel you want for this country. I'm not here to tell you who to vote for. I know who I am voting for. But I hope you do register and take this moment into your own 2 hands, because it was literally in your 2 hands. Anyway, now back to the regularly scheduled program of Ethereal Fire readings. I have my verification decks ready. I have the unknown paths ready. We're ready to do readings. We're ready to be positive today. So bring your positivity into the stream and bring that beautiful light into this moment. We are going to move you forward, put you on a more positive path, and try to help you find that path that's right for you. That's my goal here, is to help encourage you to do those things that will help your life become absolutely the best day ever, the best life ever. So that's one of my goals. And I try to give you the best advice I can. I am not a professional. I am a minister. I only have a minister credential from my online church. Other than that, I don't have any credentials. So please remember that. And welcome on in, first time chatter Callie. Hey man, I hope you remember me from the ambulance. Oh yeah, I remember you, buddy. How you doing, sir? Welcome on in. It's good to see you. Oh my God, this guy who's in chat right now was in the ambulance with me on the way to get my toe removed. And we had one of the most exhilarating, beautiful conversations about LGBTQ and how he fits in. And I tried to help minister a little bit on my way to the hospital. We were basically having one of the most, I think, impactful conversations I've had in a long time. It made me feel like I could help someone feel included and stuff like that. I really believe Minnesota is one of the most inclusive communities for LGBTQ. I hope you went to Pagan Pride. I couldn't go because I got sick in the morning, so I couldn't go to Pagan Pride. But if you didn't get to go, you didn't get to go. It's nice to see you, my friend. If you want a reading, just let me know. I got you covered. It's okay, my man. I am doing well. The toe came off just fine. I am almost back in to completely healthy. I just got to keep changing it, taking my antibiotics, and and then get in there to the doctor to make sure those stitches get removed at the right time and stuff like that. So it's great to see you, my friend. I couldn't forget you if I tried, sir. Sorry. Apologize for that. I know that you have pronouns that you would prefer me to use. So, because I have old man brain, if you want to remind me what those are, I would really appreciate it. But other than that, welcome on in, my friend. This is what my stream is. It's about doing tarot readings. Today is a special day. We do it once a week. We have these 3 verification cards. Now, how do the verification cards work, guys? When you choose your numbers, because I ask you to choose numbers to get your reading. So I ask you to choose your shuffle amount, 1 through 10. I ask you to pick your answer amount, or where your draw starts at, 1 through 52, I add those two numbers up, and if they equal 4, let's say, so I add up, let's just say 4 and 4 is 8, okay? If I add those up, I shuffle 8 times for you, and you get the 8th card in. And that's my wife right there. She wanted to say thank you for that, for taking such good care of me. Because I told her all about that conversation. And we're both in the LGBTQ community. So you need resources, you need something help with there, you reach out to me any way, shape, or form you want to, my friend. I know you probably are, I don't know if it's your day off or if you're in between shifts or something, but whatever the case may be, I'm happy that you're here today. And thank you for coming to check me out. I truly appreciate it. You know, whenever I do these things, you know, I can't turn this shit off. I can't. I've tried to turn this shit off. Like I said, I told you my hospital story and how many people I was helping while I was in the hospital. And just by talking to them, I wasn't doing anything special. I was just giving them some hope and making them understand, you know, thanking them for what they're doing about that. You know? Prophet, my man. Marshall, my man. What's up, my buddy? My friend, my pal? You ready for your reading today, or do you want to talk? Well, that's you, sir. You got something you'd like to talk about? Don't forget, guys, you are more than welcome to share your stories here and get questions answered. Like I said, I don't need the cards to do this job. So, you know, the cards are just there for to help you better understand it so that you can see that it actually does work. AP Boy is in the reading room. AP Boy is in the reading room. Hello, Marshall. All right, Marshall, give me your numbers and your question and pick your verification deck. So you get to choose one deck from whatever one card. You want the yellow, that's the God deck. The silver is the Sacred Circle deck. The blue deck is the Fairy deck. I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. So throw me your numbers and your question, and we'll get right to it. Having a good day, good morning so far, guys. Got my coffee, got my smokes. And my aunt gave me like a really big check yesterday for my birthday, which was a way bigger surprise than I was counting on. So I'm going to have some money as soon as the check clears. Yes, you are on first. You're the first one in chat. You see that little purple box down there that tells you where you're at? Yellow? Okay. Yellow deck. Numbers. Okay. And what do you want to know about that? Okay. I think I understand the question, Marshall. We'll see what they have to say here. Let me do my cleansing shuffle for you. And I just shuffle these until they get into the right spot. And, hey, if you're still out there, and I forgot your first name. I really apologize, but it was so long. Cal, if you're still around, EP is also in the same community too as well, but he doesn't live here in America. So be thankful that you live here, right? I love my wife. All right, guys, you're in the right spot yet? Okay, now. Here are your 9 shuffles. The 9 and 9 is 16. So that means you get 7 shuffles, 7th card in. So here we go. Here are your 7 shuffles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the 7th card is now on top. Your verification card is here, and now the rest of your shuffling amount here. All right, here we go. And 9 shuffles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, Zach. Thank you. I appreciate that. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, and 7. And my name's Joshua, just in case anyone forgot. People call me Josh, Joshy, all that fun stuff. So here we go with your reading for today. And I did make this custom-made deck. This is the deck I was telling you about, Zach. The one that I made. Yeah, this is the one this is it here, right here. Wow, Marshall. Oh my God, Marshall. Okay, Marshall. Listen up, because Herman's a talking, and he ain't stopping talking. Here's what he's got to say to you, my friend. Your verification card is leap of faith. And it is take a risk. Put your heart's true desire into action. Take a risk. Put your heart's true desire into action. Now back to the other part of the reading and what else Hermes has to say. Yeah, he's got a lot to say because you got all major arcana cards. So this isn't just one thing. This is hey, you need to understand this, okay? First thing he wants you to understand. What does he want you to do before the candle? He wants you to realize you are perfect just the way you are. Just you saying that. Just saying, I am Marshall, I'm proud of who I am, and I will find this way forward. He wants you to acknowledge that before you light that candle, because he needs you to start to believe this. He needs you to start to build that confidence up, because it's time to stop living in the shadows and to start to live in that light, because you are everything that God's want you to be for right now. You can change, you can grow, and you can manifest whatever you want, but be acknowledging of who you are today and appreciate who you are today and who you choose to be today. So take that going forward before you light that candle. Now, what does he have to say about what you will do with the work? It's, give me a second. My hands are dirty again. All right. He's got something to say. Maybe it's time to be a lot more determined about your path. Maybe it's time to stop being so afraid and step over the obstacles that are in your way to your happiness. We will start you on that journey. If you're not going to do it, we might try to do it for you. Though this is kind of a pre-warning of, do you want to do it on your terms or do you want to do it on their terms? But you don't need that to be who you are. You can get that when you have the ability to do that. But you can still emulate everything Marshall is. You can still give yourself that right to say, I am this, even without the testosterone. You know? And I know that that's a goal of ours. But we have to work up to that. We have to get to a place where that's even possible. And I know you've been struggling with that. But they just say, these are obstacles that you know you could overcome. If you really wanted to, you would get to your goal faster. But you don't have to take that path. It's just a suggestion. What do they want you to do or learn by the end of this path? How to move out the negative out of your life, like I've been trying to tell you, to move out those negative thoughts, put them in your compost pile so they can turn into something in the future, and then take that other stuff, that new furniture, and put it back into your new home, the one that you are making right now, the one that is Marshall, you know? And it doesn't matter how long this takes, Marshall. It's at your own speed. You can just kind of maybe sit back, relax, and just enjoy being for a while. That you don't have to do anything this day or this moment. It's a choice. We have to decide, is that choice worth everything that I really want in my life? Or can I live with where I'm at and be okay with what I am right now? That's the choice you have to make. Am I okay with where I am at right now? And Zach understands this because he had a similar problem, and I hope I'm not oversharing, but, you know, about he wasn't sure if he wanted to stay here or go back home, you know? And I told him, where does it really matter where you do it, as long as you do it? But if you go from here or don't do that, then what is that going to tell you? That you don't feel like you have that right in a province. Yeah? Okay, just wanted to make sure, Zach. But so Zach he's thinking about going back home to his home state. I'm not going to say where that is, but from here to his home state, and he's trying to decide whether or not he should stay here or go home. I don't know if he's made that decision yet. That I'll leave up to him. But what I'm trying to suggest to you is he's trying to live in the space that he's been provided. Minnesota's arguably one of the best places to get your medical from. It's arguably one of the most pro LGBTQ. You just haven't found the right people yet. But in your community, you have to ask yourself, is where I'm at right now okay? Can I live like this for now? There you go. See? And then he's working on that goal. So he's going to get that goal. I'm assuming you passed your test then, right? Awesome. Congratulations, buddy. Bravo. I'm glad for making a good decision. I think you made a really good decision. But the Wandering Path card is all about not having a plan sometimes. Sometimes you don't have to worry about the plan. Sometimes you just have to let the universe take its time with you and show you what it needs to teach you to prepare you for that moment when you are ready to do something more aggressive in your life. When you are ready. Like it says right here, telling you in black and white, it's time to take a leap of faith. Take a risk. Trust your heart and put it into action. Okay, let me see what you said here. Traumatized as fuck, like you were curled up, eyes squeezed, and shut up slowly, being okay, little. From what I know, minds tend to trick you into thinking old space was better out of comfort. Exactly. And, and sometimes we seek that comfortable spot because that's what we're used to. Okay, I lived in a depressive, angry lifestyle a long time ago because I let my worry and my fear and my anxiety rule me like it was my best friend. It was my comfort zone because it's all I had ever known, right? So when I took that first positive step out of my comfort zone, I didn't think that felt right at first. But then I reminded myself why I decided to start living a more positive life. Because I didn't want to die anymore. I wanted to live. I wanted to find a way to do it better. I knew I could change. I knew I could get the lessons I was supposed to learn. I just wasn't ready to hear them until that point where they had to put me through the biggest 2x4 I've ever gotten in my life. So there you go, Marshall. Hermes is just trying to convey to you that it's time to honor yourself and honor who you want to become. That's all that they're asking you to do. You don't have to do anything right now. You do that when you're able to do that. But until then, maybe you just lay in the lazy river and let the gods take you where you're supposed to go. So that's up to you to decide because it's your life and your life path. And I'm not here to be the one to tell you, you got to go do that. I'm here to help you find that that's what you feel you're ready to do. And it's really scary. And the unknown is really scary. But you can be a perfectly good person without anything transitional. You can live a full life as Marshall without ever getting any surgery. You just got to start emulating all those things you wish you had. Like you said you were going to. Build up that cowboy you said you wanted to be. Well, why don't you start working on a ranch and working on places that could be something that could be giving you that more gruff experience to get you around guys who are open-minded. I know that's a struggle where you're at, but there's got to be a group of you somewhere that are hiding just like you who want to get together. I know it might have to be a secret meeting, but okay, that's how it has to happen. Oh, okay. I know. And like I said, I understand it, but I haven't been through what you've been. I considered it at one point, so I understand the thought processes you're having. Yeah, and I understand that. So, and like I said, Marshall, and we always take our time with everyone who needs it. Okay. I can understand why you think that way. And I think that is a valid reason. I'm just saying I don't know everything, and I want you to do what's right for you. So if that's not working for you and you feel like the surgery is the only way to go, then it's time to go somewhere you can do that. That's what I'm saying. If you can't live in the mindset of it, and that is the most important thing to you, then that should be the only goal you have. Whatever else you have to get rid of to get to that goal, so you can get to where you can get the surgery you want to get, I'd hurry up if you're here in America. You never know what's going to happen in November. So, but if the UK does that stuff, and other places that are more open-minded, that might be a little bit easier for you to get to where you're at. So I know that there are options available to you. You just got to be ready for them. Well, we're going to have to find that good job. We're going to have to work some extra hours. And we can come up with a plan. We can come up with an easy path. You and me, we can do this together. We'll talk about this when you're ready to do the classes you want. Okay? About how to get yourself ready to succeed. How to get yourself to set yourself up for success. I did this in training so many times. And that's what really, really, really got to me. And Ireland and Scotland are pretty good places, I believe, if I remember correctly, for that kind of stuff. But don't quote me on it, because I don't know their politics right now. But yeah, exactly. That exchange program, I really think you need to do that. And I think that's what's going to help you the most out of everything. I think that you doing that is going to really propel you forward and help you make some of those changes and get you to a place where you can be out of the place that you can't. So I really do believe that exchange program is your path to the future you want to have. I see that in your timeline. I see that in a bunch of places. But sometimes you don't go. And out of a guilty conscience to try to placate everybody else instead of following your own dreams, you follow everybody else's dreams. But you're still working on building yourself up. And mindset is part of it. Body is the other half. You have to have the mind and the body. Mind, body, and soul. That's what we try to work on. The physical, mental, and spiritual. So, trust me, Marshall, you're closer to that than you think you are. You are doing way better than you think you are. You're at least acknowledging the struggles in front of you. You're acknowledging what you're willing to face, what you're not willing to face, what you've got a plan to do, and you're going to follow through with that plan. And then leave the rest up to the universe. Will just guide you the rest of the way. Maybe they're guiding you to this exchange program to give you what you're asking for. So the next time you return home, you are fully, completely Marshall, body, mind, and soul. And they finally get to meet the real you. That's going to be a powerful moment to you. But I'm not going to sit here and say you're not going to be rejected by people. Still, So, I like what you said there, Zach. Surrey to the reading room. Surrey to the reading room. I think that's all I got for you today, Marshall. We can talk about the rest. We can come up with a plan that you can follow. Every bit of it. Whenever you're ready, you know how to get a hold of me. We'll set up a time. We'll set up a place. And like I said, that's a lot more you and me work that I would take up the entire stream just to do that. So, what was the last part? I said that you and me can connect with one another like we did on Discord. You let me know what time works for you, and I'll try to match your schedule. I have an open schedule, so as long as it's not past 10 p.m. my time or before 9 a.m. my time, I'm most likely up. And I am up at like a 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning sometimes because of insomnia issues. So last night I had one of those nights, Woke up at 1 o'clock and I'm done. I can't get back to sleep, you know? And I tried. Yeah, you want to have it for yourself, not for the world, for you. I know, I understand. So I truly do. I mean, I don't understand parts of it, but I understand most of it. And I try to be very inclusive. So, Suri, whenever you're ready, a stupid question, I'm curious about it. Okay, well, ask your stupid question. And tell me which one you. Okay, I think you already did that. Fairy deck. So, remember when I asked you about my suddenly blocking me and I was thinking of making a move on one of her best friends? Yes, I remember. Let's call her, because why not? If I'm going to try, it's going to happen. Okay. Because why not? If you don't try, what do you think is going to happen? Like, do I have a chance? And by the way, she's got a man. Fire deck. Okay, so that is a problem, but it is something that we have to see past, you know. And get your answer, because do you have a chance at all right now? And you said what? Blue deck. Fairy deck. Wrong deck. All right, and we had 1 and 1. Okay, that's 2, so 2 shuffles here. 1, 2, 1, 2. And let me get your cards in the right spot for you. And go from there. And they're already talking. That's always good. You're welcome, Marshall. And don't forget, we're all here for you here. You ever want to talk about it? You want to make sure that you got that? You know? And Zach has a lot more experience with this EP boy, and he has been through parts of what you've been through. I don't know how far along the line he is on his journey, so I don't want to speak for him. So if you would like to have someone who understands where you come from, really understands, he's the one I would talk to. Because he had, like I said, we had one of the most open-minded conversations, and he made me see a couple of things I hadn't seen before, but it was so positive the way we went about it. He told me about his experience, what his challenges were. I told him about what I felt for him and all of that stuff, you know. And it looks like it's working out for the best. I hope that my advice helped you make that good choice for you, Zach. I really do. Let's find out if you got a chance here, Del Surrey. Okay. Here is your one shuffle and the first card out of the deck. Ready? 1. 1, 2. Yeah. I thought this was going to be... Damn it. It looks like I'm fuzzing again. Am I fuzzing again? So, what is your verification card? Oops, that was me. And you have your inner child. It's time to bring forth the inner child within you and ask yourself, what would the younger me do? What would the younger, more exhilarating, more go-for-it person do? Would I actually say to myself that I need to be a grown-up now and maybe think about what she wants instead of what I want? Or do we return back to that childlike attitude in the past where maybe we were doing some of those things in the future, but we were working on them, and now we fix those. So now we have to see if she wants to be a part of us, right? I don't have very good news for you, because I'm feeling that you wouldn't have a chance because of the man there. I believe you will be able to connect and communicate, but I think that's as far as it's going to go with you two. I think you'll be able to share that communication and get that closure you're looking for. That's what I feel like you're really looking for here. Not to get back with your ex, but to close the door on your ex so you are ready for the next person who could be in line. That's what I feel this is more about than anything. So if that's the only reason we're contacting her, I say go for it. If you're contacting her to tell her how much you loved her and want to steal her from her man, unless she's ready or almost ready to leave, and then you got to give her a little bit of time to go heal herself before she can be ready for another relationship. Are you willing to make the sacrifices you need to make to wait for her to be ready? Because right after you get out of a relationship, you usually don't want to get right back into one unless you've already got something going, which I know you don't yet, but, still it's in that mind. But what my cards are telling you is don't put yourself in the same old cage or comfort zone that you've always been putting yourself in. There is a cage that you keep putting yourself in all of your life. And you think that this is your comfortable, safe, warm spot, but it's the place that makes you question yourself, doubt yourself, make yourself go crazy, the thoughts in the mind, all of that stuff. And you have that key in your hot little hand, and all you got to do is walk up to the door and turn the key, walk out of that cage, and look back at what you used to do and say, God, I can't do that anymore. I won't do that anymore. I will go forward. I will move forward. But I have to close the door on that for now so I can start to make a new way forward. I need more choices now. I don't want just one choice. I want a lot of good choices to choose from. And that's what they're feeling like they're getting ready to do for you, okay? I know you feel like you don't deserve anyone, but you do. We just have to do a little bit more self-healing first. And once we get through that little bit more self-healing, when you start to feel like I do deserve that love, again, and to try to find the freedom in that. But they want you to understand that this is your time to heal yourself, to donate back to yourself that which you need. That girl or another girl isn't going to solve those issues. They're never going to fix those problems. No other person can ever do it for you. You have to find the things that you actually need in your life. Like when you're talking about you want someone in your life, great. But what you need love as well. You need communication. You need open-mindedness. You need all of these other things. The things you actually need, the things that you have listed on that one moment when you say, hey, this is what I want to see in them as a personality. I would like them to be able to do these kind of things. All right, now I have my presets. Now I'm going to look for the body. The body has to be something I'm attracted to, but let's try to be a little bit more open-minded about it. Maybe I have put myself in such a small box that I'm not seeing a lot of other options that are out there, And then, learn how to communicate more effectively so that your partner understands where you're coming from, you understand where they're coming from, and then you got to have that spark that starts the flame. So you got to feel something in return. And if that's not there, you can't move forward, because after that becomes you have to be a team together as one to share each other's journey, not rule someone's journey. That's how I've lived a successful marriage. And the last but not least is if you don't communicate your needs, you will never get them fulfilled. So donate back to yourself that what you need. Okay? And the reason you're going through all of this right now, it's to finally break that dam. That big ass dam you've got in your repertoire that you really need to let all of this shit out? I wish I could send you to the saddest, most crying movie ever on the planet. I wish I could sit you down and force you to watch it and make you cry, because you need to let this out. Scream. I want you to scream it out. I want you to cry it out. I want you to laugh it out. I want you to not worry about it, but be concerned enough to go, maybe I should give it a second thought before I do something. And just take that step that you need to do to let out that emotion in the way that is healthier for you. That's what this card is all about. You are not the rain in this picture. You are the sky in the picture. You're the one who controls the rain. You will decide whether it's going to be a light, happy rain or a deluge rain. But whichever one you choose to be, it's important that it's time to let these things out. Go to work. Have a beautiful day at work. Stay safe. And I love you with all of my heart. I really appreciate you stopping by. I really do appreciate it, my friend. Go save some lives. Go talk to more people. And, no. No, I know. I'm sorry. I feel like they've moved on. I think they've moved on with this guy for now, and they're not ready to give it up quite yet. That's what I'm really feeling. That's what Spirit's telling me, that the person she's with right now, I think, is a little bit more controlling than she likes, but she still feels safe, secure enough to want to stay there and see if she can fix it. I don't know if she's quite at the point ready to be moving on yet, but I'm really feeling that it would be a conversation of, yo, son! A conversation that would go more of a closing the book on this and moving forward. I'm doing awesome, son. As always. Having the best day ever. Oh. There's a chance with the friend. There's definitely a chance with the friend. Not your ex, but your friend, her friend, yeah, there's a chance. But you have to remember she's got a guy. It's the same thing, I just used the wrong person as an example. Same exact message, only now you have to apply it to her. Same thing. I don't know if she's quite ready for a relationship yet. That's what I'm honestly feeling. Alright, that's what I got for you today, Suri. I hope that helped you. Alright, welcome in, Lightseeker. Welcome in, Lightseeker, to the reading room. Lightseeker to the reading room. Welcome to Wacky Wednesday. You're welcome. I'm sorry I used the wrong person's name. Oh, but I meant the same thing. It meant the same thing. Oh. Hey! Throw me your numbers and your question and pick your verification deck. You haven't seen this before, so you get to choose one of these decks. They're your verification deck. This is my fairy deck. This is my sacred circle deck. And this is my god deck. This is the normal deck we do the readings with. But you get to choose one verification deck. How that works is we add your two numbers up together, the ones that you give me for your reading. We numerology it. And then we go, if it equals 4, then we do 4 shuffles and you get the 4th card. So if you want the God deck, okay. Now throw me your numbers and your question, and then I'll know how to shuffle. So whatever numbers you use, I add those two numbers up, 1 through 10 for the shuffle amount, 1 through 52 for the answer amount. Whatever that equals, I shuffle that God card deck that many times. And then I give you that much cards in. So it's basically like a pick of 1 through 10 almost. Alright, but whenever you're ready, throw me that question. I know you're typing. Typey. And I do have all of the rules right up above the purple box, guys. So I try to do that so you guys would kind of understand. So I hope that explains things a little bit. Like I said, we're only doing this for Wednesdays, and every other day is normal, I just thought we needed something different once a week, to kind of break up the doing it all the same way all the time, Okay. Okay, so 5 and 11 are 16, and that's 7, so you get 7 shuffles, 7th card in of your God deck. So 7 is your number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and your verification card is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the 7th card is now on top. And now we get to your reading part, and that is 5 and 11. Let me get your cards in the right spot and do a cleansing shuffle for you. Yeah, I got you. I know what you're trying to do. Let's get you that positive motivation you need today, right? That's what I'm about. I'm about positively motivating people. That's what people come here for. It's that I'm going to take your bullshit and I'm going to turn it around in your ass and I'm going to make you do some work and then you're going to be happy. Whoa. Wow. All right, guys. You're welcome. Okay. See you very much, Marshall. I love you. Have a good day. And enjoy Washington. Have you seen The Ones Who Lived one? That's an excellent one. If you love that one, that's a great series with Michonne and Rick coming home. Beautiful. Mwah. I will. You too, Marshall. Have a great day as well. I love you and have a good one, okay? All right, here we go with your 5 official shuffles, my friend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the 11th card is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And the 11th card is Motivation Abound. Ooh. All right, my friend, your verification card is Aphrodite, Inner Goddess. Awaken the goddess within you through dance, self-care, and appreciation of your destiny. Let me read that one more time because I kind of can read it. Awaken the goddess within you through dance, self-care, and appreciating your divinity. So that was your verification card. And where do they want me to tell you and take you this for today? What they need to tell you. One of the things that I feel that the gods want from you right now, their light seekers, it's time to start to really consider what your future is going to look like and what you want to plant now to reap somewhere in the future. So what physical, mental, and spiritual seeds do you have to start to think about planting not only for yourself, but for the others you want to help as well? Because every time you help someone and make their life go in a more positive thing, we all leave a little tiny seed in them and we hope it grows, but they have to take care of that seed in order for it to grow. So even though you might do everything right for these people, some seeds won't grow. And that's the one thing I need you to understand is that even if you yourself put a seed in the ground and say, I'm going to make this happen, if you don't take care of it, it will die and it will not grow. So, hey, I wish I had some, but how about come on. Sorry, wrong button. I scrimmed my Stream Deck. Sorry. But they want you to start to think about those things. What one physical thing can I start doing better for me and my life? What mental good thing can I do better for me and my life? What spiritual thing can I do better for me and my life? Give it the positive energy it needs. Allow your emotions to be set free. Allow that wind to dust you off and stay firmly planted in the ground you were put in. Now, we got that part out of the way. Where do you put your garden? Your new foundation, the foundation that you want to start to lay. This is the step you step on when you step onto that future. This is in the future. And we're going to start to build this and make this become a reality. But what do we need you to do? We need you to understand what's going into the foundation. We need you to understand that maybe some things need to grow first before we're ready for that new growth. Let myself see my future and then let me just arrive at it. So you're about to arrive at a foundational moment for you where you might reconsider or might revamp some of the things you do. So that's usually a good thing because you clear off the old foundation to pour that brand new foundation. And then we'll build a house on top of that eventually. But you have to get to this acceptance part first. And this is the end of the stage of grief that you are at right now. It's time to find that peace. It's time to find that love within yourself to forgive, forget, and move on. For you to shine within yourself and say, I love everything about me. I love everything about my life. I love everything about my divinity and my destiny. The only thing the gods have for you to do, there, Lightseeker, so listen up, because it's a slight little ass kick when I say this. You need to let it all out and let it go. You need to let it all out and let it go. Stop pushing up the goddamn boulder and step to the left and step to the right and get out of your own goddamn way with your fears, your anxieties, your worry, the things you trap yourself in time and time again. Step off from behind the goddamn boulder and just walk up the goddamn hill. Because you don't need to get the boulder up there to succeed. You just need to get to the top of the hill. No one ever said you had to make the boulder pushed over the hill your only dream. So let's drop that shit off like the shit it's supposed to be and just let it roll off of our lives. It was one simple decision I made. One, I woke up one day and I said, no, today is going to be my best day ever. My mom just died the day before. And this was the day I woke up and I said, this will be my best day ever because my mom is going to help me correct my path. And then I made her a promise. I said, I promise you that I will never try to kill myself ever again in my lifetime. And then I looked myself in the mirror and I made the exact same promise to myself. And then I learned how to love myself again. I went to physical therapy, I went to mental therapy, and I got my spiritual back in order. I got all those three aspects together as one. And that's what they want to grow in you. That physical, mental, and spiritual balance that creates that new foundation of acceptance so you can let it all out and go. Remember, awaken the goddess within you. Dance through self-care and appreciation of your divinity. And that is your reading for today, Lightseeker. All right, there we rock, there we roll. Any other questions, Lightseeker, that you would like to have me answer from Didi? Because I kind of feel like you have another question you want to ask. But this one comes straight from your guides if you want the answer. They just need you to ask in order to get the answer. If you wanted to know something else, but I don't know what it was. Sometimes they tell me to tell you to ask me. I have to wait. Here you go, Suri. If you can do everything I just told you to do, yes. If you can let all of that crap that's been stopping you from getting in the way, and you can honestly let the stuff that keeps preventing you from saying, I can, then yes, you will. It will be very successful as long as you believe you can do it. Your belief in it it's all about the belief in something. You're here to remind yourself or to learn the lesson of believing in something bigger than yourself, to relearn how to listen to the universe again, because next life might be a spirit guide life for you. So they're trying to prepare you for what it's going to be like to be a spirit guide someday. That's what I get to be next if I want. And it's just like, as long as you start to work on those key things of deciding what those three things you need to accomplish are, because I don't tell you what your seeds are, I just tell you need to plant them, take care of them, make sure they grow. Then I had to tell you that, hey, you know what? You got it. You got to set a new foundation down and say, that's where I am going to start my life at. That is my new beginning. That is where I say, today, my life, my everything will be my best day ever. Whatever day that is to you, you decide that. And then they gave you that all important acceptance card because it's finally time to find that peace and acceptance in yourself and let the old self finally be at peace and at rest in that Summerlands. We sent part of ourselves to it. I sent my childhood trauma to the Summerlands. Sent my teenage trauma to the Summerlands. And I took my young adult life to the Summerlands. I gave it all to them. I didn't leave anything behind. And that broke so many chains off of me, I could make a new, beautiful start. That's how I did it. You might have to do it your own way. I went and worked on my physical body. I lost 200 pounds. Believe it or not, I used to be bigger than this. And then I went and got counseling for almost a full year before I was ready to talk to my friends again. Then I went to try to be a part of my community again and had to find out some really big realities that I had changed way too much for them. And they were changing in a way I didn't like. So I had to start my path of my solo path. I'm not supposed to be a part of a group that I don't create. You know? I need my aunt's check to fucking get through the bank account so I can buy some more lighter fluid. I got a really nice birthday gift from my aunt. I just gotta wait for them to stop holding the money, you know? You know how it goes, right? You want to get a blowtorch like this? You can buy this at mjarsenal.com. Go to MJ Arsenal and you can get yourself one of these bad boys. And it's called the I'm a Big Blazer. Trust me, you will never need another effing torch ever again. Yeah, I got the blowtorch. I forgot I had the blowtorch. One of my friends is going to be on at 11 today, I hope. So I will be ending stream at 11 o'clock if he's on today. Because I haven't seen my friend on for a very long time. So, you know, if you guys want to talk about something or if you guys need to get something off of your chest and just, you know, want to just, you know, get some advice sometimes too, it's okay to ask for that here. If you want me to be more contacting with your gods or guides, you just got to ask the question, you know? Oh, excuse me. Nope. So go ahead. Whenever you're ready, you let me know. I'll try to answer it the best way I can. That's awesome. Okay, so I'm going to concentrate on the best friend part of it. I asked about, does she have something to do with my ex? That she ended things with me? No. No, she had nothing to do with it. She might have had a little bit of advice here or there, but she made the choice that she made for her own very specific reasons. And you know exactly the ones I'm talking about. You know, those 3 things she kept telling you about? That's why it ended. Best friend just gave her advice that any girlfriend would give anyone who's thinking about whether or not they want to stay in a relationship that just doesn't feel like it's there anymore, you know? And you shouldn't feel bad about it because it grew you in a better way. Honestly, you didn't need that relationship. That was the one trying to prepare you for learning more about how you need to start to heal yourself again. Now we're at that point where we're trying to heal ourselves again. You're almost done with the healing and ready to start embarking on new love again. That's why you're seeking love now, and that you're ready for it and you know you're worthy of it because you had to get through all of that in order to get to this person, this best friend who does have a connection to your ex, yes, but she already knows all of your damage because they talked about all of it. So she already knows what she's walking into if she decides to give you a shot. But like I said, I really believe she has a boyfriend or someone who's a more committed relationship right now. And I don't know if it's on the way out or what the status of it is today, but it feels like it changes on a daily basis. You know, one day it's get out of my life, the other day it's come back to my life, you know. Yeah, and that's the hardest part is I keep seeing that guy that's in the way. And I just don't think I like I said, yeah, the best friend. Like I said, you'd have to find out where she's at in her relationship status first. Then don't ask. I think she is. I mean, at least that's what they're telling me she is. She's already got someone too. Like I said, it's a big closure book. What you're going through right now, Suri, is you're closing one book and reopening a new book. You're closing the chapter that was everything that your ex was up to that point in your life. You have to put that down and put it back up on in your library and just pull it out when you need to be reminded what not to do in relationships. Then you need to go and remind yourself what you needed to work on for yourself to learn how to be a better person in a relationship. You know what you need to work on. You know what you need to try to manifest a new change in. But then the universe came along, gave you a kick in the ass. Then you broke up, and then you finally got it. You got the message they were trying to tell you. Human nature is human nature, so it all happened in a very natural way. It's not like the God said, we're going to break you apart, okay? But now that happened, we're trying to drive you to a more positive way forward. So, and it could be with this girl. She might have that open relationship status, but right now, I don't know if I would say, I can sit here confidently saying that she isn't in some kind of relationship, even if it's on the way out, and she wants to know, do you really want to be the rebound? Or do you want love that's going to last a lifetime? That's what you're going to be faced with. You want a quick roll in the hay? Fine. Get your roll in the hay. But you know what? That ain't going to solve the problem. It's just going to be a band-aid on what you really need to work on. And then you'll finally get that stuff and work on it, you know? But if you work on everything you need to work on and then come back to her when you are confident, ready to get, you know, maybe that's all you need to be. You don't have to have a relationship status to be your friend. Yeah, exactly. And that's what we're searching for now. Now that you know who you are and you're ready to be accepted for love of who you are inside and out, now that you've reached that point, we're going to start showing you opportunities for love. We're going to send things your way that might not necessarily be your exact type, but maybe they are exactly what you need in your life, not necessarily what you want in your life. I needed her. I needed this woman that sits by my side. There's no question in my whole existence. I needed her. I knew at almost the exact moment I met her. But I had to let things happen. You know, and then I cut myself off so I didn't get a preview because I wanted there to be some genuine surprise in our relationships. Now, after 15 years of marriage, we decided to tie our souls together. It's a very complicated ritual I will never give to anybody who I don't honestly believe wouldn't use it to their advantage. So,
Best decision we made.
Best decision we made for us. You know, because when we did that, we understood each other a lot better because we are the same soul. We just rejoined the two souls together, only we did it in a metaphysical way, you know? So, you know, and it took, trust me, this took work. Me and my wife's relationship took real work. We had to get rid of our old damage that we had for ourselves. She came from an abusive relationship. I came from an abusive relationship. So we needed a year to find out about one another before we were ready to jump into the marriage thing. I insisted on it. I said, I have to get to know you for at least a year and a day. If after a year and a day we still want to get married, we didn't make it a year and a fucking day. We got married we got engaged like 6 months before it was the end of the year. Was it in September or August? What time was it in, honey? Hey, Pookie. How long? God damn it. Brain. Ugh. You know, I was trying to explain to him that I needed you, and I did all that stuff, and it was like this very magical destiny. I was given one of the one-of-a-kind loves. When we joined our souls together, we started having that deeper connection. So she can almost end my sentences. I can almost start her sentences because we're the same soul. We just haven't rejoined as one yet, you know, because we decided to take a masculine and feminine road, you know. And like I said, she came up from abuse. I came up from abuse. I don't know how long. That's what my question was. How long was it after we met to when I asked you to be my girlfriend? Like 6 months?
Oh, God, no.
Well, how long was it about?
No, it was more like 6 weeks.
Oh, 6 weeks. See how much I know? That's why I had to ask, because I'm like, I don't remember. Yeah, about 6 weeks in, I asked her to be my girlfriend. Then we decided we really wanted to give this an honest try, so we moved in together. We lived together for almost a full year.
Oh, yeah.
And then you asked me to marry you? About, what was it, like, how long was that about, between the dating and the marriage?
We moved in first.
Yeah, that's what I said. We moved in first.
And it was about 6 months
into
the relationship.
Yeah, it was about, like I said, it was about 6 months. It wasn't like we didn't need the whole year. I went on a trip that I always wanted to go to Montana. Beth went on a trip to London that she always wanted to go to. It felt like we ended a lot of our youthful kind of, let's get out there and do the one last thing we really wanted to do with our lives, you know, kind of a deal. Mm-hmm. And then when I was on my way home, I was driving there and I said, I'm going to ask that woman to marry me. And she was already planning to ask me to marry her. She beat me to the punch by a couple of hours. That's all.
Oh, but tell them the story about the dirty little trick that I pulled on you when you were coming home.
So, do you want to hear a really cool story if I can remember it correctly? So, she'll correct me if I got it wrong.
Yeah.
But we used to live in pretty close to a bus route that she would drive, right? She would drive a bus route. I was working for Taco Bell at that time. I came home from work, and I felt like I wanted to go see my wife. So she wanted me to come see her, too. So I hopped on the bus line that was like maybe a block or two away to get to the right bus for her. And I just had to meet her at a certain corner at a certain time, and she could pick me up. We were going on into downtown, right? Downtown Minneapolis, and we pull into one of the major bus depots. And as we're pulling in, she's getting kind of, I don't know, I didn't really notice it at first, but when I remember back now, she was kind of nervous a little bit there. And the one thing that she did was she got down on her knee without anything in her hand. She said, all I have to offer you is my heart. All I can offer you is my soul. I don't have a ring, but here I am asking you to be my husband. And I was like, yes. For about that's about how long it took me to say yes. I was like, it did happen. The woman I was going to marry did ask me to join her. And then she went and hit the camera on her bus, thinking that we would be able to keep that moment enshrined in history forever, but unfortunately the company wasn't allowing that at the time. They could have done it, but because policy and everything got in the way, wankety wankety wanky, you know, and they should have given her the video because she has a right to ask for any video evidence that she needs to defend herself, you know, if she needs to, you know, she hit the camera, so she needs to explain herself of why she hit the camera for a non-safety reason, you know, because it's supposed to be a safety device in case you have to capture someone's face or something like that to, you know, get them later, maybe a kind of a deal. So that's basically the story. So, all right, pause to the reading room, pause to the reading room. I'll cleanse the cards off and tell me which verification deck you want and your numbers, please. No? Okay. You got it. All right. We start here. 5 and 11. That's 7. 5, 6, 7. Here we go. Your 7 shuffles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And the 7th card is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the 7th card is now on top. All right, let me get them in the right spot for you. Hi, honey. You're home. All right, gotta get them in the right spot for you. Any good news coming in November for you? Let's see if we can get you that good news you're hoping to get here. Okay, they like it here. Oh, and I really got the buzz feeling there. I was like, no, stop now. And they do that for... Yeah, it's weird. I got this tickle in my belly all of a sudden. And it's like, okay, I got it. Stopping. Here we go with your 5 official shuffles, my friend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. God cards. You have 1, 2, 3. A physical, mental, and spiritual card on this question. And the 11th card is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and the 11th card is on top. Okay. And your verification card is, ooh, you're going to like this one. You got Zendaya. I think this is how you say her name. Sedna? Beth.
No, Sedna.
Sedna. So that's Sedna. And then the card reads as follows. You are supplied, Lord, for today and all of your tomorrows. You are supplied for your todays and all of your tomorrows. So, good news coming in November. Because you're going to get a lot of what you need in November. So I would start to prepare for better news coming your way in November, because that's a definite sign that that infinite supply is heading your way. You know, what do they need you to know about it, though? And what you kind of have to get before you get to that November moment? Here's a little bit more about what you're going to actually go through. And you've probably already been through most of this already, because I can feel that. But the last thing you're still kind of finishing the finishing touches on. So let me start where I need to begin. The one thing that your gods are waiting for, to have yourself have that idea. You have that idea that's in your head that only fits this little box here. And you believe in this idea with your whole heart, right? But until you can see the real reflection of how it will present in your life, you don't know how it will affect your life. So what we need to get you to do is to break apart your standard boxed image of what you want to do by November, and we need you to start to expand your view a little bit and start to see what we're really trying to show you here. We're trying to show you that the image of self is good, and we're trying to show you that what you have envisioned can come true, but we need you to believe that. Because the only way we get there is by letting this old crap go. You're in a process right now. First, you gather the right ingredients. Then you put them all into some place that can decay and break down. Because you need to take out the catalyst of your life, those things, those scraps off of your plate that you aren't going to use anyway. And you're going to put them in your nice little garden there, your compost pile, right? And what you're going to do is you're going to sit there and go, now what do I do with it? Now what do I do with it? Now what do I do with it? Which is called the decay process. We start to think about the things we need to get rid of. We start to think of the things that we need to start to let out of our lives. But no one's asking you to do it one whole day and drop everything. They just want you to start to slowly let these things slide out of your life naturally. Just live your life and allow some of these things that you don't want in your life to naturally just be moved away from you. They're preparing a better way forward for you. Because after you have all the right ingredients and you let that stuff break down, well, guess what you get? You get a fine crafted alcoholic beer of life. You get the sunbright, the sunlight of life. And you get to drink from that cup every day because you did the work to get to where you were at. So you're going to go through what I call the straining process. That's probably where you're at right now. We're deciding what we need to let go of and what we want to keep. We're throwing the rest into our compost pile for later, but now we've got the result. We've got the result of that highly crafted thing that we wanted to make within ourselves, within our lives. We just have to learn how to drink from that cup in an appropriate way. Like I said, this is a never-ending cup, but if you drink too much of your own bullshit, guess what happens? You become the bullshit. What they've been trying to get you to by November, and most likely by the end of this year, is we want to get you to a point where you actually believe you're good enough as you are right now. We're trying to slowly show you that your work is going to come full tilt to the future. And as they say to you, here, you have an infinite supply coming your way. So you'll have the opportunity to do those things. And you'll feel great about yourself because you worked so hard to get there. You know? So part of this is on your shoulders too. You got to do some of this work of breaking free of that one image you got in your head, letting the little things that are still left within you, you don't need in your life anymore, decay and move out of your life. Take what's left, turn it into fertilizer for your garden, and then strain out the rest so that it can become the beautiful golden life you want it to be, and then sip from the cup and let it last a lifetime. If you want to take a big gulp at first, I understand, because you've been without for a while. But take some of this abundance coming your way and remind yourself, I'm okay just how I am. I'm working and transforming myself, but I'm still working on forward. Let's see what the gods have to tell you. Their advice for you. Physical, mental, and spiritual. Pause. Physical. Mental. Spiritual. Ooh. Yeah.
Oh,
So, what do you need to do? Well, your message from your gods are this. Pause. What your God really wants you to know right now is, I know you're beginning to do this, but you're also putting way too much energy into some of these projects or things. You're giving way too much of your energy to people or giving too much away of yourself. It's time to reserve some of that power for what you are about to do next. You have to go out there and say, I don't need this anxiety in my life anymore. Put out the fire. I don't need this depression in my life anymore. Put out the fire. I don't need this person who's negative in my life anymore. Put out the fire. I don't need this in my life anymore, but I need to make sure that I don't pay attention to those old bad things that I used to give all my power to. Now you have to have power with yourself, not power over or power under yourself, to have power with yourself. So put out the fires that you don't need so you can concentrate on the one fire that's right in front of you, your physical self. Okay? Your mental. It's okay to take time to consider your choices. There's nothing wrong with that. The point of that moment is you use your logical mind, you use your emotional mind. But it's the point where we're ready to make a choice. No matter which way you go from here, it's gonna be a positive path forward because that's what you need it to be. If you need to go back and review the past so you can look forward to your future, if that's what's got to happen, maybe you'll walk down that path. If you need to remind yourself that you need to be a lot more honey badger about it, going over every goal that gets in your way, all of that stuff that keeps going in your way, then that's what you need to do. Or maybe you make a plan to get there. It takes a little bit longer, but you're going to get there. Or maybe you just finally cut through the bullshit of the things and say, you know what? This stuff is easy for me to cut through. I'm just going to get to the goal and dream. I'm going to use a little bit of hard path and easy path and motion together. You know, this is all about the universe presenting a plate of hors d'oeuvres for you to taste. Not everything you put in your mouth is going to taste good, my friend, but they're giving you the options to whether or not you want to do those or not. And last but not least, it's time to parole yourself. You do not deserve to be in this cage any longer. I hereby and completely pardon you of all wrongdoing from this point forward. You are cleansed and cleared. By my command, I so deem it. Now you have to walk out of that goddamn cage and learn how to turn your negative attribute into a positive attribute, or change the way you think from that negative self to that more positive self. My brother put himself in his own cage. And he put himself in a cage that he couldn't get out of in a real life world way because of something he did to himself and to somebody else at the same time. You hurt two people when you harm someone, yourself and the person you hurt. And the damage was done. So, thank you. I would really appreciate that. But you know what? It's all about you deciding that you aren't going to let your own damage cause you to have more pain. You're going to do the work so that you can get to that more best day ever. Right? So, now that we are doing that and working on that, we have to live it, breathe it. Let the fresh air in your lungs and love life. Let your emotions come out when they are needed to come out. And stop hiding behind the I need to be such a tough person persona. And allow yourself that freedom to let it all out in a little bit more healthier way this time. You know? And my brother did that, and he became a much better person. He can never take back what he did as a crime, but he's trying every single day to forgive himself and to make it right as best as he can. You know? That's all that he can do. And that is your message for today, my friend. Alrighty, I see I got a wifey in chat. What deck do you want to use, my love?
Fairies.
You're welcome. I know what you mean. Give me your numbers and your question, young lady. 6 and 11. All right. 6, 7, 8. You got 8, so we're going to shuffle your fairy cards 8 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Your verification card is now on top. And okay, I know how important this question is to you. Clearing these cards off good for you, hon? Would you like to shuffle your own cards? Okay. She's here, so I wanted to offer. Okay, they're in the right spot for you. Here we go with your 6 official shuffles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. You got a 2 God card answer for you today, Beth.
Uh-oh.
And the 11th card is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. All right, Beth. Will your reunion actually happen? Your verification card is problems resolved.
Oh, good.
So, I do believe it's going to take a little bit of work to get there, but you know how we work as a team. We have to build up that resilience first, and we have to get in a good space before we can begin to plan for something like that. And plan we must. We must create the catalyst so we can ignite that future we want. So we have to remind ourselves of everything we've been through and everything we were able and capable of doing. Now we need to apply that to our life, because our shield is only good if we actually use our shield. What we learned up to this point has been all about you learning how to recontrol and put up those right shields instead of the wrong shields. Now you've got your catalyst ready, because now all you got to do is strike the match on the back of your shield and put it to the energy you want to start to feed. You know all about that, about igniting your future and putting it on the candle. So I'm going to tell you that so you will hear it. The catalyst of your life has happened now. You must use that to ignite your life to that future you want. Will you get what you want? Most likely, when you get the finding card, it's about the journey, not the destination, but I am feeling that this will happen. However, come space, it will be a little bit before it does happen. So I'm feeling maybe a year, year and a half at most, maybe, to where it will be coming in for us. And I kind of feel like you're going to learn a lot more on your journey to get to that reunion when that finally happens. It's going to be another good opener. But you know that no matter what happens, that you're going to have to find out that change that you need to fill within yourself that's going to help you get to that goal and dream. So you have to pick up the right kind of change. And I think this is about money for you and me. We have to start to save. If we don't save for it, we're never going to be able to do it. So we have to learn how to budget that into our accounts and stuff like that. But we have to pick up the right kinds of change at the right time so that we gather as much as we can of that and remember what we're using it for. Since we're going to be stopping the smoking, maybe that money goes towards that. We're going to stop smoking here in October 31st is my last day trying to stop smoking. We're going cold turkey, me and my wife, and we're going to give it our best shot. But, so that's what they're trying to tell you. Let's see what the gods have to tell you. And it actually came out like this.
Oh, man.
You just heard me say it. Do you want me to repeat it?
Yes.
It's time to turn your life around, Beth. You have to take this negative shit that you've been putting in your life and you need to start to manifest the kind of change you want to happen. I know you like to lay in the grass, but it's time to stand up, girl, and get to work while you can, before you can't any longer. So if you want your personal journey to get better, if you want to reach the same point I've reached, you've got to put the work in order to get to that future. You are in full control of that. You must be paroled. I hereby parole you of all wrongdoing in any way, shape, or form. You are hereby exonerated. So be it.
Blessed be.
Blessed be. And the last and final thing we both need to do, but you need to do as well, we need to get back around community and positively minded people. We're already talking about doing that. So we just got to get through our lesson plans of what we want to be teaching to our coven, how we want our coven to work, what are the stages in ascension, and what are people's responsibilities within that coven. And it's going to be a small 13. We might have an online coven and an IRL coven, so it's going to be really dependent on that thing. But it's time to get back in those that we're around those sunflowers, gathering up the positivity for a change, and start to move yourself to the spot you're supposed to be, so that when you are ready to do the work, you just turn back, easy peasy, lemon squeezy, gather up the energy all over again. That is your reading, Beth. You're welcome, Beth. She's sitting right over here, but she's doing that for, when I do that, when I do my readings, I don't hold back for her either. You think I will be kind and gentle to her, but sometimes I've had to kick her spiritual ass. And she needed to hear what she needed to hear. Like I said, it's not me talking. I'm basically a big old voice box, spewing out what the gods and everybody else wants you to know. And then I use my experience and my intuition and everything else to get to your answer. So thank you for coming, Beth. I truly do appreciate it. I forgot to clear pause, and I forgot to clear you off the damn list. Oops. Bye, Beth. All right. There's something. Yeah, I am. Because I know if I don't see it through a certain lens, I can't see her as my wife when I'm doing her reading. I have to see someone just like who's online, just like I see anybody else. I have to detach myself completely when I do a reading for her. That's kind of hard for me and her to do a lot, but I can do it. It's just a matter of allowing Spirit to talk through me. And she knows exactly how it works, so I don't need to explain it to her. I need to explain it to you, maybe. Any other questions you guys would like to have? Or if you guys have other questions, or if you want any answers about certain things, but you guys let me know what you need. I'm here to help you in any way, shape, or form. Like I said, I can contact anything you want me to contact, as long as you are very specific about what you want sometimes. This is as good as my posture gets, okay? I'm barely in this chair already. I was supposed to get a chair for my birthday, but things happened that we couldn't control, so. Checking my Discord to see if there's anything going on Discord real quick. Nope. And if you guys are interested in signing up for classes, I do have a sign-up list on Discord if you guys are interested, but I'm only taking serious people. You really got to be able to commit to a full year of learning. May take less than that, but we're going to try to tackle one thing a month, or at least once every other week. We're not going to try to put too much pressure on ourselves. We're going to go easy. I'm going to have an online teaching coven and a real life one. It's going to take time for us to build that. First we have to write our book of shadows, and make sure. Yeah, don't forget to vote. I don't care who you vote for. That's not my place to tell you what to do with that. I just want, if you're in America, please get registered. Please go vote your conscience. Do what you feel is right for this country, because it matters more than ever. Do not sit on your couch this one. Do not. Do not let people choose for you.
Unless you mail in your vote.
Yeah, unless you mail your vote in. I think they knew what I meant there. All right, nothing going on in the Discord. Hello, first time chatter. Welcome on in, Kill Switch. How are we doing? Welcome on in, my friend. Welcome to Wacky Wednesdays. We do things a little bit different on Wednesdays, but you're here. Maybe this is the kind of reading you need. Maybe you don't, but here's how it works here, Kill Switch. I'm going to ask you to help me choose some numbers. I'm going to ask you to pick your shuffle amount 1 through 10. And I'm also going to ask you to pick your answer amount 1 through 52. Then, if cards pop out while I'm shuffling my deck, you get God cards. They're messages from your higher power that are the most extreme messages I give. There's an ad happening right now, so...
I have a commercial playing.
Yeah, I know. Okay, well that's great. I'm glad to hear you. But I asked you to pick some. Let me re-explain, because I didn't know if you had an ad or not. All right, but these are 3 verification decks. This is what we do different on Wednesday. You get to pick any deck you want to verify your reading. This is my Fairy Oracle deck, my Sacred Circle Tarot deck, and my God Oracle deck. So you can choose any deck you want, whatever numbers you choose. Let's say you choose 4 and 4. I add those up and I shuffle 8 times that many cards for you. And then I count 8 cards out for you. That's where your card goes. So you want the God cards? And now, throw me your numbers and your question. If I need to re-explain, please let me know. And if you have a question you want answered, just ask it as simply as possible so I can understand it. That's all I ask. If you just want a general reading, just say general. Whatever you want. Do I have my red lighter back? First number is 1, okay? And your second number, 123. So we got 5, 6. Okay, so 6 times. So I'm going to shuffle this 6 times for you, okay? 1, 2, 3. Thank you. 4, 5, and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the 6th card is your verification card. Okay. And did you have a question, or do you want a general? Okay. Alright, let me get to these. I always do a cleansing shuffle for everybody with my deck, so give me a second. I try to clear these cards out from the last reading and give you the most empowered reading. My goal here is to put you on a more positive path forward. And I know what it's like to be the kid who wishes he was popular in school. I was a very geeky kid. I dressed extremely different than all the other kids. I've always had my own style. Not as bad as some of the goth people, but, you know, I had my own style. I lived my life to my own merit. I lived it within my truth at the time. Hey, we're getting a raid. Oh, no, we're getting subscriptions. We just got a 5 bomb by Kill Switch. 5 bombs. 6. 5 bomb. 5 bomb. 5 bomb. My second hype train ever. You are my second hype train ever on this stream. Thank you for that. Thank you for gifting those to those beautiful people. If you got one of those subscriptions, please remind yourself to thank Killswitch for that. So, alright. Okay, here we go. We got 1 and 23, right? So, they say they're in the right spot for you, so here we go with your shuffle, okay? 1. Thought you were going to get out of God cards with the 1, huh? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Too many. I can't use it. It's too many cards. Alright. 23 cards and counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, and the 23rd card is on top. Now, the reason why those cards went back in the shuffle is because if it's over 6, it automatically goes back in the deck. Anything over 6 is usually a reshuffle or a keep counting. Yours was a keep counting, so here we go with your reading for today. You want to know why you're not popular, huh? Yeah. First, we are trying to show you our your oracle card, okay? And you got, I don't know how to pronounce this name. Irene, I'm going to say Irene, but don't quote me on that. And her message to you is, there is no need to worry as everything is working out beautifully. There's no need to worry because everything will work out beautifully. That is the card from the gods there for you to verify your reading. And here comes the reading part there, okay? Kill switch, so here we go. one of the reasons that you're not very popular, or what's kind of going on with that, is because you have to start to see a better future forward and enjoy your journey a little bit more. I think you need to go socialize more and get out more to find a community of friends, to find your group. Not a group that's already out there. Maybe it's a group you have to make. Maybe it's a group that you have to start to ask, who else feels like me? And how do I become someone that they need in their lives and help them so we can all help one another, And one of the things that this card has been trying to teach you on welcoming in this new journey that you're about to take, and your life has been a journey up to this point, and part of the reason you're not popular is because you close yourself off a lot sometimes, and you need to understand that makes people not want to be near you. I did this myself for a long, long time. I asked myself, why am I not popular? Why am I not liked? Why am I not? Because I kept living in the negative depression mode, the anxiety mode, the worry mode before I changed my life. I lived in so much death, it was hard to be around me. I would suck energy from people without even trying, because that's how dark my soul was getting at the point, I had to learn how to shut that shit off so I didn't do that to people anymore, and I had to find a better way forward. And what you're going through right now is what you need to understand the most. This is the time to start to ask yourself, what can I get rid of within myself that I don't need, that keeps getting me in the way of not being popular? Is it the way I dress? Maybe, maybe not. Let's review that. Is it the way I act? Am I acting aggressively? Am I not acting impulsive enough? Am I doing what is best for the group that I want to join or be a part of? Not quite sure. But you take whatever you don't need. And it's kind of like when you put your scraps into the compost pile. You're not throwing away those old food scraps. You're going to put them into your compost pile so they can eventually start to decay and they can turn into life-giving nutrient dirt someday. And you're just in that beginning process of learning how to throw away the right things so you can make room for the new things coming your way. So it's going to be a little bit of a learning experience. But the number one thing that I need you to understand today, that you really need to hear today there, Kill Switch, is that it's time for you to stand up. Take a stand and stomp your foot to the ground and tell the fucking universe what you want. You have to be willing to give up your fear, your anxiety, your worry, everything that ever stopped you. You have to be willing to give it to them in order to get the future you want. You stamp your foot to the ground and you claim your power. You claim yourself. You walk tall, you act tall, you dress clean, you dress nice, you act with your attitude. You're not hiding who you really are. You're an open book. But you've got to start to walk the walk and talk the talk and do the do. So if you want to be cool, start acting cool. Start asking yourself, what does that mean to me? What does it mean to be popular? What does it mean to be liked? And what do I need to fill within myself that I need to be filled with? Is it just people admiring me? Or is it something deeper than that? Maybe there's a small part of you that's been seeking this approval for so long. I don't know. I'm feeling like maybe there's some mother-father issues there, that kind of abandonment issues a little bit. But the reason and the thing that you need to understand is this is just a parenthesis of your life. You're at a very even level where you're supposed to be at right now. What you need to start to do, and that's what I started to allude to, is that it's time for you to call out to your one true family. It's time to call out like a wolf calls out to his pack. Hoo! 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 You know why wolves do that? My wife explained it a lot better than I could. That answers back. But you don't need to be the leader. You don't need to be the follower. You just want to be there. Right? And just like that dog chose you, you have to choose your group as well. And it's important for you to understand that you don't need to be a lone wolf anymore. That it's okay for you to have damage and have things you are working on. As long as you're not trying to put it all on somebody else. So call out to that one true family, like my father had to learn how to do. Now, my father went through 3 relationships before he finally married my mom. No, 2 relationships before he married my birth mother again. And there's always been that I wish I could have been cool and popular thing in me as well. And I think that my wife
It's
can...
your mom.
My mom, this is my dad's dream, not my mom's.
Yeah, it's not just your birth mother.
Yeah.
It's your mom.
Yeah, it's your mom, you know. Anyway, and this card always calls out to that, because that is where you're trying to search. You're searching for that acceptance within yourself. But the first person you need to accept is you. So if you can look yourself in the mirror and say, today, above all days, I accept the good, the bads, the uglies, everything that's in between, you will start your journey towards being more popular. And you have to start to believe you already are. Most of it is attitude, my friend. You know what the coolest people do? They go live their lives and they live it happy. That's why they're popular, because everyone looks at what they're doing with their life and says, I wish I could do that. So go do that. It's that simple. Just decide, tomorrow is the day I walk into this school. I am ready to be popular. And how popular do you want to be? Because careful what you wish for. You could get it. That's my last warning. And it could get you part of it. It goes along with this card, this Witch's Tower card. If you don't act like you're supposed to act, if you don't talk like you're supposed to talk, if you don't walk the walk, do the do, and all of that other stuff, the gods will come along and go, boom, right on your head to remind you just how much you have to relearn before you're ready to try again. Trust me, it's not fun. But if you own your path and you walk that path and you're living it to the best of your abilities, there's no 2x4. You learn how to duck fast. You know, I've had to duck a couple of them. Yeah, exactly. I like what Witchy Beth said. That's exactly true. Let your freak flag fly, because those people out there who are just like you, who just want to live their lives in the same, almost the same way you do, when someone sees you living your life to the fullest, that's when you become popular. So go live your life to the fullest. Go make today be your best day ever. Wake up tomorrow with a plan on how you're going to get there. Tell the universe what you want from it and get rid of everything else that stands in your way. And do this with a full heart. That's up for you. That's what I got for you, my friend. I hope that helps you today, Kill Switch. And thank you for the 5 bomb. You're an awesome person for that. It is getting to be the last couple weeks of September, so not only did you save money, you saved me and said thank you to my favorite streamer. It's a very rare thing for me to get donations or any subscriptions. I don't count on those. I just do my job. I do what I'm told to do, and this is my purpose. This is me doing what I will love to do. You know, I don't just come here for 3 hours a day. I could stay in bed for those 3 hours and watch silly videos on TV.
Man of service.
I'm a man of service. That's all I can do. Which course didn't I do? When we were talking about the on your journey, you have to start to live your life. Like you got the journey card or you got the finding card. Then you got, I don't remember because I shuffled now, but what were they? Beth? What were the card? What was the 4 cards again? Last reading, do you remember? Finding. Blue Wolf was the last one. No, this guy's. Okay, I got you. Yeah, and so was I. I actually changed my name from something to something else because of my father. I hated my father growing up. He was never there for me when I was growing up. I met him at 4 years old, and he always treated me like I was the second thing that was the most important in his life up until the age of about 35 when we actually healed those wounds. But from the time I was 18 to the age of about 25, I had a different last name than him to prove just how much I hated him. So Yeah, I understand that. And I understand having the military father, and you didn't do that because that was just not appropriate to do. But that's the point. You've been conditioned one way because your father has that military mindset. Remember what he learned how to do. Stripped down everything that had to be taken away from him. He was rebuilt into a soldier, sent to whatever conflict or position that he had to go do for the time he served in. I don't know if he's retired or not, but if he retired, if he returned with distinction and honor, he's probably enjoying some of the benefits of that right now. But, you know, if he was a rebel and you were a rebel, I don't know what happened there, but I'm feeling a little bit of tension sometimes. Yeah, and that's exactly right. You know, I just decided one day I was done being the picked on kid, done being the kid. I ended my my grade school years, and when I walked into junior high, it was leather jacket. It was dressing to my standards of what I thought I should look like, and I had some freaky outfits when I was growing up. You know, my mom always supported what I would do, but she would give me advice on how to make it look a little bit better. So, you know. And she tried to help me as much as she could. I need a cigarette. All right, let me get to the next reading. Surrey, to the reading room. Surrey, back in the reading room. What can I help you with? How are you doing? I wish I could give you better advice than that, but that's what I got for you there, Killswitch. And thank you so much for the kindness you showed to my community. I truly appreciate you. So thank you very much. And I do, if you're looking for love, there might be someone on the way for you in about 3 months. So I don't know if you're looking for romantic love or not, but there's something coming for you. So just kind of a look out for it. In around 3 months' time, if you start walking the walk and talking the talk, that girl's coming your way. Yeah. I'm sorry, Kuma. I did. I apologize. You first. Kuma, to the reading room. Sorry, Kuma, to the reading room.
The lighter.
Oh, of course you can, Milo.
I'll give it back to him.
Don't worry about it. You see, I just had to give Prophet a chance to cool down. So keep it over there for right now. All right. 7 and 6 is 13. That's 4. Which cards?
22. 7 and 15 is...
I know, Beth. I'm waiting for them to tell me which card deck.
Oh.
7 and 15 are your numbers, and which cards are up to me? Beth, pick a deck.
Sacred Circle.
Got it. There you go. That was easy. All right. And see, when I add 7, 6, that's 13. I add up 4. You say it's 22, but when you add up 7, 8, and then you do the 13, it turns into 13, and that turns into 4.
But 7 plus 15 is 22.
Well, that's not the way I've been doing it, but which way do you want me to do it? Do you want me to use it Beth's way or my way? Do you want the 22 or do you want the 4? Because then it's 2 shuffles or 4 shuffles. Which one do you want, 2 or 4? I don't care if it's a silver cushion. 2 then, because it's a 2-carded relationship issue. So here we go. Your 2 shuffles and your second card in. 1, 2. 1, 2. All right. 7 and 15. I didn't see your question. What's your question? Thank you for the follow. God.
Yeah. Am I on the path of my highest good?
Give me 1 second. I lost a card somewhere. I thought I did. Oh, I just found my other birthday card though. That's good. I wanted to keep that. Okay, I did lose a card. Great. I don't think so. You don't see a card under my chair, do you?
No.
Okay. That's all I need to know. If you don't see it, then then it was just the one. I thought there was two. Sorry about that. I thought I lost a card. And it was 7 and 15. Don't forget, I haven't done my shuffle yet, so cleansing shuffle time. I'm on PC. Click the moving list? What do you mean?
The leaders. I'm explaining it to them.
Oh, God. I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm kind of lost now. Beth has got me confused here. I don't even know where I'm at. What was the question? Because I completely lost it now. Silly question. Your way. Okay, am I on the path to your highest good is your question. And your numbers were 5 and 7, right? Yeah, 5, 7 and 15. Are you on your highest good? Okay. There we go. Now I got it.
17.
No. 7 and you said it was 15. 7 and 15 are my numbers. I know you're trying to help, but you're not helping.
Okay,
7 and 15.
Excuse myself.
1. Wait, I'm not done cleansing yet. See? Huh. No, you're fine. I just kill switch again with the 5 bomb. Thank you, my friend. Thank you so much. Oh my God! Only the second one third one. I don't know if I got a hype train out of it, but I guess I did. You have a hype train going. Get your hype train emotes now. Thank you so much for that, kill switch. I really appreciate that. 7 and 15. Are you on the path to your highest good? Let's go, Mr. Kuma. Sorry, Kuma. I don't have my list, so I forgot. So please thank your fellow people for those wonderful, wonderful subs if you got one. All right, here we go. 7 and 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And the 15th card is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I'm going to do this real quick. 15 cards on top. Are you on your path to your greatest good? That's good. Okay. First off, your verification card. Your verification card is... I love you, honey. You'll never do anything wrong in my eyes. You're just trying to be helpful. Don't worry about it. You're fine. I love you. All right, your verification card is... Are you done now? Okay. Your verification card is such. You have action. The 8 of Wands. Action is a fire card. There are 8 arrows in the air. You're trying to hit your targets in the right order. It's like Katniss going in the air and knowing that one of those is going to hit their mark, right? So you're going to hit your mark. And that's what you're going to be able to do, is hit that mark. So as your verification card is you're on your way towards your goal to reach your highest good. I don't know if you've met a couple of these things. I think you probably are like half and half. 4 things you've done, 4 things you have to work on. So, and the thing that I'm feeling for you is, yeah, because you've been building up the recipe for a while. You know what the parts of you are. You know how to get rid of those things that you don't need in yourself. You know? You get some sleep, Kill Switch. Thank you very much for the 10 bomb today. Thank you so much. And have a great day. Thank you so much for your kindness today. All right, back to your reading there, okay, Kuma? So, Kuma, just like when we're trying to create that good life we want to have, that positive experience going forward, you know, what we start to do is we gather up all the right ingredients. We've got to let that come together in some way, shape, or form. Whether we let that become alcoholized, not that. It turns into alcohol. I forget the word at this moment. I'm having a brain fart. Ferment, yeah. You let it ferment for a while, then you strain it out, and then you're able to you drink it once you've pasteurized it and made it safe for human consumption, right? So you're on the last little bit there, and I think you probably already finished the straining process. Now you're trying to put it into action. So remember that you're putting all of this into action right now. You're starting the process here and moving it to the forward in the future. What your gods want you to do now is the time to put that protective bubble back on. That bubble of positivity. That glowing, wonderful, sunlight beaming, beautiful golden dome that protects you from all things that could get to you. The little stinging sleet that could get into your skin. The things that could be those things that keep getting in and making you feel cold and making you feel dark and making you feel all icky inside. So we've got to put up the right kind of shield for ourselves there. You know what I'm saying, Kuma? And it's about putting that more positive self on while not hiding away from our emotions either. To let out those emotions in healthier, more conducive ways. Whether you paint it out, box it out, go hit a couple balls on the court, whatever way you want to do it. You know, go play some football, go take a spa day, something, all of that stuff, right? Something pushes on my shields right when I make them. Yeah, so we have to make them stronger. Yeah, and I can explain something that will help you with that. So we'll talk about the shielding stuff in a little bit. I'm going to finish your reading real quick. But it's also important to not hide behind it either. You got to put up the right shield. You can't block everything from you. There are some things that you're going to need used for that change, for that manifestation. They won't necessarily be the most pleasant, but you need to go through them so you understand better. You know? So that's what's coming for you next. Is that gods are saying, okay, Plato, you want to make your life be better? You want to reach your highest potential? Then you have to take your life in your own 2 hands and start to mold yourself into that shape you see in your head. From an 8-year-old boy who believed he would find his one true love, be someone who would help people, either a teacher, something like that. I've done everything I ever said I wanted to do as a child. All of my child dreams came true. I wrote my book. I did my paintings. I got my poetry out there. I did every creative dream I ever wanted to do. I created so much stuff out there that I will never be forgotten because there's too much out there of me now, you know. So that was my goal growing up. I didn't want to be forgotten. Bye, Kuma. Oh, adios, kill switch. Sorry, not you. But Kuma, you're. I know. I was like, wait a minute, that's not here. So basically, that's what they're saying is now is the time to take that action to reach that highest potential. And here's how I did it. I forgave myself. The younger part of myself, the middle part of myself, and the young adult part of myself, I all laid to actual rest. I told them it was time for them to stop being a part of me and go to heaven where they belong. They were no longer needed in my life. I put them to rest. I put them to peace, you know. And I did that through grounding and centering and learning how to do that. And I don't know if you know how to do that or not, Kuma. Do you know how to do grounding and centering? Here's where I'm going to ask a couple more questions before I get to Suri's reading, okay? Why don't you... Okay, so what I want you to do is just sit in your chair, and this can take 10 minutes, this can take 15 minutes. You decide how long you want to do it for, okay? All you need to do to ground and center yourself is, as you take a deep breath in, through your through your nose, as much as you can, and then blow it out slowly through your mouth like you're blowing it out through a small coffee straw, okay? So, as close as you can get, okay? I'm not trying to go all over, okay? A nice, healthy, just expression, but a nice, slow one, okay? And as you're doing that, I want you to imagine you being the top of a fish tank that's just getting emptied and being poured out into the ground, okay? You're going to clear off all of that physical junk on yourself by asking deity or your self-confidence or your personal power, whatever you believe in the most, to scrape you clean of all physical things that are causing you harm today. You do that with your mental and your spiritual. So as you're breathing in, I'll take in all that I need to push this out. Push it out to the ground. Right? That's called grounding. Okay? So we're going to empty ourselves on to Mother Earth. Mother Earth is going to take it and recycle it for us. Okay? So that's where it all goes. Right? And you do that for your physical, mental, and spiritual self. So your physical body, your mental mind, and what you have in your heart is your spirit and stuff like that. You can cleanse it through your power of your God or deity or whatever way you choose to do it. But those parts are really personal because I don't know what your physical problems could be. I don't know what your mental problems could be. And I don't know what your spiritual problems could be. But this is one of the very easy steps. Then we got to do the center part of it. After we empty the cup, we have to fill the cup with what we want to replace it with. So as you call out to your God, or you call out to that universe, or you call out to that self-confidence, whatever you do want to be filled in its place, you call back into yourself, and you fill the fish tank back up. And you do that as you breathe in. I fill myself up, and I blow out all that I do not need left. 3 times at least for each one, physical, mental, and spiritual. It takes me about 15 to 10 minutes every day to do that, and it really sets me up for success the rest of the day. Hi, sweetie. Glad to see you. Give me a second. I just closed my queue down, but I'll open it for you. All right? And then the last thing you have to understand is, Kuma, the one thing you have to understand about shielding is, I don't know if you'll need a piece of paper for this or something you can write on. Do you have a tablet nearby or something you can take a... Oh, well, that's good to hear, TC.
TC's in chat?
Yeah?
Oh, cool.
That says hi. Okay. She says hi back. Good. So let me know if you need a piece of paper real quick there, Kuma. Otherwise, I will, and just let me know when you're ready. Okay. So, just say ready when you're ready, because I got a couple more messages. I'm not sure if that meant I do. Yes, you have what you need to write down, okay? Okay, good. I don't have one. I'm not at home. Okay, then I'll try to explain it so you can remember it, okay? I want you to imagine 4 doors, okay? An open door, a screen door, a solid oak door, and a Fort Knox bank vault door. Okay? That's fine. That's what I meant. You just have something to write. You have something to type it into, or a piece of paper or something like that. I like paper because then you can read it, but I'm old school Gen Xer, so, that's how that goes. I'm not with the times, kids. I do a lot of writing on computer, but... So I want you to imagine 4 doors. The first door is your open door. These are the things that you are going to let in freely. These are the people you trust most in the universe. And you use that so much that you honestly will trust them with your life. These are the people you don't trust willy-nilly. They're the people you've given your trust to and have proven their trust to you. So you imagine an open door in your mind. And you decorate it with any elemental energy you like, any kind of weather you like, something that makes you feel positive, safe, and warm. That anything that walks through that door in your mind is free to come and go as it pleases, but it's still got to go through a cleansing process. Everyone does. All right? Then we got the second door, a screen door. When you see the screen door and you need to put it up because someone you don't know very well yet you are getting to know, nope, you just join the queue, Stone Bear. You just press exclamation point. It's free here. And then that screen door is there to protect you. You can see them, you can hear them, but you don't necessarily have to let them in. So you can see and hear the people you're not quite sure of and decide whether or not you want to open that door to them. Okay? Then there's door number 4. Press exclamation point, join, my friend. All right? Then, okay, then you got the door number 3. No, it's fine. We're fine with that. That's absolutely not a problem. Just press, yep, there you go. Now I'm definitely closing the queue as of right now. Last call. Last call for your reading. Anybody? Anybody? Closing the queue. All right. Now we're going to get back to what I need to tell you, Kumo, okay? The last door is your oak door. You have only an eye to see through this door. So these are the people that you're really not sure of as an energy field or any kind of energy you don't want to come into your door. Okay? And you protect this with the each door should be another level of protection. So if you have a grassy, mossy, open door window where anyone can come and go, that's what should be what you have. That's what I have for my open door. My screen door is more like a lightning storm that they have to go through in order to get through to me. I really have to let them in order to let them in. Then the last part, yeah, I will. I'll try to write this on my server. You want me to do it that way instead of telling you? Okay, then I will place it in general chat after stream. I'll try to get to it after stream, okay? There were only 2 more doors to go, so closed door and Fort Knox door. And it's just about visualizing things, learning how to visualize. And once you learn how to visualize, then you connect your spirit and your guides and all of that stuff to help you maybe do that. Also, the stream has almost no buffering, so that's good. Okay, good. I'm glad I'm not buffering. I try to check my stats every once in a while, and I do kind of keep a separate window open just in case it looks like my stream is kind of crashing or something like that. Yeah. I have pretty good internet connection, so let's get to doing some other readings since I will do that. I'll put that out there lately. If you DM me, though, I will do a direct one just to you. So just DM me from Discord, and I will give you that advice, and I can put it in Wicca, too. I can also put it in Wicca. So, all right, because that is part of the lessons I want to teach, so. All right, so on to the next. Surrey to the reading room, Surrey to the reading room, Surrey to the reading room. Now we're back onto the right list. Okay, there is another girl. She shows interest in me, but then she didn't at the time, and she is different city. What do I do? What do you see about her and me? 10 and 10. Pick for me. You're not a trouble. Never apologize for getting your readings here. Nothing is an annoying question. I'm here to help you find a better way forward, to give you the best advice I can. Taking the baseball cap off now and getting back to my hat. Get to see my really cool unbrushed hair. How about that?
Wild man.
Ten and 10, huh? And you went with the God deck. I'm going with the Sacred Circle deck. I'm going with the Sacred Circle deck. 10 and 10, huh? Here we go. 1. You get 2, so 2 shuffles. 2. 1. Second card in. Now, 10 and 10. Clearing the cards off, first and foremost. All right. I'm almost done here. Give me a second. Still kind of clearing.
And all of a sudden, an issue comes
Oh.
up that finally I care about.
What are the possibilities with this other girl? And what do I see about you and her? All right, here's where I'm stopping for you. Here are your 10 official shuffles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. God cards. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. You have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 God card message for this question. And the 10th card is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and the 10th card. And you want to know what's going on with you and her, or what she's in a different city, and you want to know if you guys are compatible, or I was just rereading your question again to make sure I got it right. Okay. Let's see. I see a lot of stuff. Let's get to your verification card first, though. Your verification card is Bounty. The 6 of Disc. Bounty. When this card is upright, it represents that you are blocking yourself from your own home, that you are keeping yourself from your own happiness by putting up the roadblocks or shields in your way. So you're being a kind of like, don't hurt me kind of defensive posturing kind of stuff. So honestly, 2 of these, like I said, 4 of these protect you. 3 of these protect you and 3 of these hurt you. So you're working on increasing the better shields, but you still have some negative things you have to learn to let go of. That in order to get to the inside of that home of what you want, you have to go through those things first. So there are 3 more things that you're working on. Then we get to the reading part of it, and here comes with the girl, right? So when I look at your with this girl, right, I see that the distance is too much. The effort is too much. I'm not quite sure this is what I want right now in my life anyways, kind of the attitude I get from this person. Because the decay card usually represents, especially when it's in the past, that they're working on letting go of a lot of things. So as they've gotten out of a relationship recently, they're never not going to be ready for love right away. They're going to take some time to heal and throw away the things that made them not live that good relationship. We learn as we experience. We learn as we go through. We learn as we understand. So there is a part of her that needs to let go of some things, and I don't know if she's quite ready for anyone to love her yet, because she still has some work to do. She's and I believe you have some work left to do as well. It's kind of like you are 10 minutes away from opening in the oven and making sure the cake's okay. You know what I'm saying? So, and you're kind of traveling at different speeds. She might be faster, you might be slower, and you haven't quite matched up to her yet. But I'm getting the feeling that this girl will probably be out of your reach just because of the distance alone. That's what I really think, because things are trying to block you right now from this. They're putting up the shield in front of you. Not necessarily when I get the sleek card in the present doesn't mean you need to put the shield of happiness back on yourself. That's part of it, yeah. But the thing you have to understand for you is that you can't keep defining your happiness by another person. You can't keep defining your value by how much you're loved or how much you're hated. You have to start to define your beautiful soul and start to protect that soul and be proud of that, what you put out there into the universe. If they don't like it, tough shit. If they love it, great. Glad to have you here. I just feel, like I said, this kind of saying there's something in the way for the question that you're asking, that there are going to be a lot of little things coming your way you're going to protect yourself from in order to get what you want there. So you have to be willing to really, really put the work in here. That's what it's going to be. It's going to be a relationship of working on. And it's going to be all about that, because it's going to be, we have to heal from the old wounds first, and then we have to make sure we're healed enough to say we're in the right mindset to make proper decisions about our relationship, and then we have to make that new commitment to one another, and then we just have to live for one another. The point of this reading is that the cage of comfortability that you've been up to this point, the thing that keeps you locked in that part where you're not getting what you want, right, in life, including maybe this girl, right? She's got a guy, she's in a different city, and I don't know if she's really the one for you, honestly, And I don't know, I kind of feeling like it's not the right time kind of a deal. So you have to give yourself permission to move out of those bad habits that you still have to work on yourself. And there are, like I said, only 3 little things you still have to work on. And I believe you know what those things are: the depression, the anxiety, and to let go of the sadness inside. Yeah, and that's what's most likely keeping it from happening. That's the major cause of why it's not happening. Because where they're at right now, they're in the perfect spot. They're living their life the way they want to live it. They're not going to move for you. They're not going to change for you. They're going to be, accept me for how I am, and you have to do all the traveling, because I ain't traveling to you. So if you want that, that's kind of what you're going to have to deal with. You always traveling to her, you always going to her, and you're going to have to be the one who makes up that distance and spends the money to prove whatever, until you're ready to say, okay, let's give this an honest shot. And that could be an expensive endeavor for you. And I think the finances would die down way before you would have the opportunity to get there. So you have to give yourself permission to exit out of that same old cage you put yourself in and start to think about, what are my other choices? This girl isn't the right choice. There are other choices closer to you, better to you, more familiar with you, So it's time to stop putting yourself in the, maybe it's this far distance girl's dream world life you want to have, Ain't happening. All right. Let's see what the gods have to say to you, my friend. 5 God cards. Not always a bad thing.
It's going to be an answer and a half.
Yeah, it usually is. All right. And basically, Suri, what your higher power is telling me to tell you about this whole situation has everything to do with this last reading, but this comes from your God. It's time to let go of the past and start to find a new way forward. It's time to really let it go this time. Not just say you're going to do it, but really let it go. And walk onto this path that we're giving you. This path where you're going to be able to forge yourself into whatever you can imagine. The only thing we need you to do is burn off that excess so you can start to build that energy up, so you can start to forge yourself into what you see in your head to become manifest. Then you're going to have to bring it out of the fire, and you're going to have to temper that bitch into the shape you want it to be. So you got some work ahead of you, but if you can let go of your past and forge your future, you will be just fine. Stop thinking about making the decision, and sometimes just make the decision. It's okay for you to make mistakes as long as you're not purposely going out there to hurt someone on purpose. You're not doing it with malintent. You're not trying to dominate them in any way. You're just trying to give it an honest shot. Then go ask the question and see what they say. Take a chance. You never know what's going on there. I could be completely wrong about the whole situation. You know, it could be just a matter of you reconnecting with her. I don't think that's the case, but I'm going to leave that decision in your hands. Because just like the old cage, you need to be absolved of whatever you've done in your past. I hereby absolve you of all things that you have been ever done in your life. I give you permission to parole yourself so that you can move out of the same ugly old cage once and for all and say, this is something I will never do to myself ever fucking again. I will find a way to take the breath of life in my lungs. I will live life to my fullest potential. I will live my life in a kind, generous way. I will live my life in whatever your positive affirmations are. And I will let go of the part of me that made me feel ugly, unsafe, and didn't make me feel good inside and didn't make me want to be a part of who I am in life. I'm going to turn my life around by bringing that new, fresh air into my lungs, by embracing life and letting go of some of these emotions I've been keeping locked inside so that I can find a new way forward and start to live a new way of life. And last but not least, you're not looking for someone to fix you. You're looking for someone to share with you. So start to think about how you can share yourself with another person. Are you willing to be open and honest in communication? Are you willing to look at them as they're their own separate person, but come together as a team when it matters? Are you ready to be that equal support person? Love, trust, and support? And last but not least, kind of the most important one, can you believe in that power, that it's the strongest power in the entire world? Stronger than anything else out there. Even stronger than God. That's what we have, me and Beth. You know? It's stronger than time, everything. So that's your reading for today, my friend. TC to the reading room. TC to the reading room. TC to the reading room. Things work a little bit differently here on Wednesdays, Kristen. So here's how it works here, okay? You still pick your numbers like normal. I'm pretty sure it's the same numbers you like, but you get to pick a verification deck, whatever those numbers are, as I add them up in order. So if you use 311 like you normally use, you get 4, 5, 6. So I shuffle that many times 6, and you get the 6th card in. That's how the verification card works. So pick your numbers and tell me what you would like to know today, young lady. And I'm going to start to shuffle these bastards right now. I'm getting them ready right now for you. Over. Beth, pick the...
Huh?
Will you pick a deck for me?
Goddess.
Goddess deck for you. All right, are your numbers still the same, young lady? 3 and 11? Or do you want new numbers today? Well, I shuffle these and get these ready for you. They're talking already, hon. You're getting God cards, that's for sure. 8 and 11, okay. So 8, 9, 10. So we're going to do one shuffle for you and the first card in. 1. And the first card in is your verification deck. All right. Here, I'm getting these a little bit more ready because they need to be just a little bit more better shuffled. They're almost ready for you. And you just wanted a general reading, right, young lady? Usually you just want a general. Oh, let me see what you said. Yeah. Did you have a question today, or did you just want a general? Well, then just ask for a general reading. It's whatever you want to know, hon. You know that's how it works. You ask the question, I answer. So if you don't know what to ask, I'd say just ask for a general. That's what I'll give you, okay? So here are your 8 official shuffles. General is what you're getting unless you say differently. Okay. I'm taking your silence as that. Okay, I got you. Yeah, that's what I thought. Here we go with your 8 official shuffles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. You have a 1, 2, 3, 4 God card message. I think I know what this is going to be about. And the 11th card is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And the 11th card is on top. Yep. Kind of wish I didn't see that coming. I saw it coming. Okay. I was like, where did my tarot pouch go? It probably fell down. I'll find it later. It's not that important. It's just my card deck. It probably fell here. Yeah, see? All right, Christian. Yeah, I'm going to fix it here. Give me a second here. There we go. All right. Your verification card is from the goddess. You have Sedna, infinite supply. It reads as follows. You are supplied for today and all of your tomorrows. You are supplied for today and all of your tomorrows. That is your verification card for this reading. Now on to the reading part. So, Christian, we've done a very good job of understanding what needs to be removed and exited from ourselves. We're finally moving past this stage. I know we've talked about it before, but you truly are coming out of that dark night of the soul. And I really believe that you're finally ready to take a brave new step forward, but you still got to be ready to take it. And I know all of the stuff that you've worked on and all the stuff that you've done, but as I've said before, we're just taking out the last bits of furniture. It's like removing the lamp and replacing the plugs and making the door locks are changed. We're just finishing up that work so that we can now bring the better things in. We had to set ourselves up for a little bit of more freedom to choose our path, to allow ourselves to do that. You just got a subscription, so I don't have to wait for you. But it's all about putting out the bad things that have been causing you so much harm and bringing in the new ones. I know you're working on that and doing a good job. Now it's time to take that road trip that you've been waiting to take within yourself. It's time to stop walking the long, hard walk. And I know what you're saying right now. Dude, give me the fucking car already. I'll jump in that bitch right now. Vroom, vroom, right? Well, it's time for you to realize that the car has been behind you and you need to dump all of that junk that has been causing you all of that hurt into the dumpster, and it's time to start to drive away from it. Not the important things, just take what you need for the journey ahead. Leave everything else behind. And you are about 10 to 15 miles from your destination. You've got a little bit left to go, but you're getting there faster because you are paying attention to the signs on the road. You're going the right speed. You're honestly taking in the sights so that you can take in all that has been given to you as a gift, so that we can drive you to that goal and dream we said we wanted to make by the first of this year. Do you remember what that was? I know you do, but I'm just remember. I literally told my BMF I'm ready to take the elevator. Damn straight, yeah. And that's what I mean. It's like just like getting in the elevator. You just got to wait for it to get there. Once you see it's there, hop in, turn your music on, roll your windows down, grab your snacks, grab your best friend, whatever you want to bring along the journey. Just make sure what you're bringing with you will help you on that journey. I know we've talked about it before, but you have to smash your mirror. No more can you look in the light or just in the dark. You have to find your crescendo, your moment where both sides come together to be the most powerful you. That's mundane and spirit. We're trying to bring these closer together, and they're closer than they've ever been. So we got to close the loop and make sure they stay connected. It's by removing the thing that keeps us looking in the wrong direction. Everyone knows how a mirror works. You look into the mirror, you see the exact opposite of what's behind you, right? So if you're looking and seeing dark, you're actually one step or moving a mirror out of the way of walking right into the light. If you see light in it, then you know what's in front of you. The darkness is in front of you. It's time to smash the mirror so you walk that gray line in between two worlds at the same time, but keeping yourself the way you want it to be. You don't have to be good. You don't have to be evil. You just have to learn how to be. And then they want you to understand it is time to celebrate some things. You have to start to celebrate yourself and start to find those moments of joy that you can find in yourself. That you can find a way to look at what's going around you. That there are people who could help you with this, celebrate this. They will come to your aid. They will help you add fires to the log. They will help you add spices if you ask them. But you're the one who has to light the flame. You're making a new soup for a reason. And all those ingredients got to go in there. And people are going to come to help you, including me. But we have to understand, we have to start to celebrate our victories, not our defeats. So today, above all days, I need you to celebrate your victories and not your defeats, because you have an infinite supply and you are ready. You are supplied for today and all of your tomorrows, because God has given you that. He has supplied you with all that you need. Now you must learn how to use that power and learn how to use it for your advantage and do it in the best way possible, the closest to service you can get. We all have bills to pay. We all have things that come first. You got to make sure your livelihood and your life is protected first. And let's get to the God cards, because I know those are important. My lovely lady, I say this with the most beautiful, soulful heart I can. You must open your hands and say, give me. I will open the right gifts at the right time. I will choose when to open my gifts. I will see that that positive gift is right outside my door today. I will open that door and I will take back my life. I will reclaim my power and I will receive what the gods have to give me here. I will take everything they want to give me. They can be positive gifts. They can be negative gifts. They can be a lot of different kinds of gifts in there. You sometimes get socks when you really want the toy, right? Well, it's kind of like what you're going through now. You got a couple of socks and shirts. Now it's time to start opening the real presents. But we had to get you ready to appreciate that. Because how do you recognize what happy looks like until you recognize what the other stuff looks like? And just in the last couple of months that I known you, you've escaped a very toxic place to live. You are now living on your own. You're raising your daughter, and you're doing a bunch of positive things for yourself. You're connecting with your spirituality and learning about it and growing within that. But you have to let go of this depressive sadness that you keep bringing into your life. You have to learn how to be the sunshine that shines through the clouds. You are the sun in this picture. You are the one who breaks through the depression. It's a stage of grief. We need to end this stage of sadness and move on to a brighter future. We have to find the light within ourselves to shine through those clouds. And I'm not saying fake it till you make it. I'm saying believe that it's going to happen. And maybe, just maybe, it will. Don't be so defensive. Let your guard down a little bit here and allow us to teach you what we need to teach you. Trust me, we will be easy on you. But we need you to recognize you are putting up a lot of defense mechanisms because you're afraid you're being really, really hurt right now by us. And we're not trying to hurt you. We're trying to get you past the guilt of it all. The one that you carry within yourself of everything you think you did wrong in the past and what you think you're going to do wrong in the future. To drop that off and to get to that acceptance part, you have to get through breaking down those barriers and then receiving the right kind of gifts and pushing your way through it. That's your reading for today, my lady. And if you have any other questions you want to ask me, just ask, because I'm here. Ah, good kitty. Yeah, I think that I had to wait an extra week to get my very first degree. That was by my own coven that was done for me. There was a thunderstorm on the day I was supposed to have my special day. It knocked out the power, and we had to deal with an emergency situation at the house because lightning had hit something, and we had to make sure the fire was out and everything was okay. And that kind of said, maybe today's not the day. So I had to wait an extra week before I was ready. And that was the hardest week of my life because that was the week I did the most work on myself at that point in my life. And I want to recognize in you that Luna and all the other creatures are coming to tell you you're on the right track. You got to give yourself a little bit of credit for what you've already accomplished. And I want you to be proud of that today and celebrate that. Okay? I love you. We'll talk soon when you're ready. You know how to get a hold of me. Crypto girl to the reading room. Crypto girl to the reading room. Can I have a cigarette again, or the smoke machine? Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, can I have the tobacco?
Need more tools?
Yes, I do. Thank you. Good Lord. Thank you.
Crypto girl to the reading room. Crypto girl to the reading room. Did that help today, TC? Did I help today? I hope I did. I'm giving you a big old bear Josh hug squishy right now, trying to make you feel better. I wish I could take it all away from you. I really do. But it's something you need to go through, hon. So you can find this better way forward. So things can be a little bit way better than they've ever been. I really see that coming for you in around January. That everything will settle down by January and you will get exactly what you were hoping for. That life that's a happy life you're willing to live in for a while until you're ready to change again. You're almost there. You're almost ready to cross that finish line. Now you've gotten close to the finish line. We need to get you past the finish line. I'll know it. You'll know it.
Just get your kick.
Alexa, cancel 3-minute timer. Alexa, 3-minute timer for crypto. Stone Bear, you gotta wait 3 minutes.
3 minutes, starting now.
So we're waiting for our friend, see if they're coming on. They must have made a choice that they weren't going to come on today.
Michael?
Yeah, I don't know if he said he was coming to be on today, I think. Oh, he's on at 2. Not 11. Oh wait, no, that's the wrong one. That's the wrong announcement. No, it's tomorrow. It's not today. Fuck.
Thursday.
The 19th, not the 18th.
Okay. Oh, I need to figure out how to schedule a ride for Friday for myself. Oh, thank you.
1 minute and 30 seconds, Crypto. Stone Bear, get your numbers ready and your question ready. If you need to be reminded how that works, or if you don't know how it works, just let me know and I can explain it while we're waiting. Okay, it's your turn, Crypto. Alexa, cancel timer.
Crypto timer cancelled.
What verification deck do you want, and what are your numbers and your question? Okay. That was a good shot. 10 and 25 are your numbers. Which one do you want? The gold deck, silver deck, or blue deck? God deck, tarot deck, fairy oracle deck. Which one do you want for your verification? Crypto, what verification deck do you want? I'll start getting the cards ready, though. Get them in the right spot while I wait for you to tell me which one you want. Want me to choose?
Your turn this time.
I know which one I'm picking if she says me. They already told me which one to pick if she says me, but... Crypto, do you want a verification deck? That's not for now. I haven't even finished this one yet, so...
Oh, I just wanted to give you another one.
Okay, I got it. Thank you. I appreciate it. Crypto, are you still here, sweetheart? Where are you? Hello? Okay, which verification deck do you want? Do you want the gold, silver, or blue? Nah, that's one I thought you were going to ask for. That's the one they told me that you were going to pick. Glad I was right. Alright, your numbers are as follows. 10 and 25. We add those up. That's 3. 3 plus 5, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 shuffles. So we have 8 shuffles, 8th card in. Yeah, it's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. The 8th card is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 is a card for your verification is now on top. And here we go with the reading part of it. We got 10 and 25. They're in the right spot already. So here we go with your 10 shuffles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. We have a one God card message for you today. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4. And the 25th card is now on top. You want about Steven, huh? It's been a while since you asked that question. And your verification deck card is as follows. Inner power. It's time to believe in your own inner power and stop being so dependent on other people's power to feel worthy. It's time to build up that self-confidence and that inner power within yourself to get the things you say you want to get. You're reading as follows, as far as the Steven thing goes, okay? Update on Steven. Is he still checking on your social media? No, he's got too much other things to do. He's feeding his life with what he actually needs. That's not feeding him. I feel that what he's experiencing right now, if he checked your Discord, or checked one of your socials, it was for a brief moment because you were passing along when he was on that Pacific site. So let's say he was on Facebook and he noticed a post of yours. That's about as much as I can say. He's choosing which hors d'oeuvres to put in his mouth. He's being very, very picky right now about what he lets into his life. He doesn't want another bad taste in his mouth, so he's being kind of discerning with it. Hey, high class hippie! So that is it. He's finding acceptance within himself from the things that he's actually feeding himself. He's getting what he needs to find that acceptance. So he's moved on from you because he's reached acceptance. He's no longer thinking about the past anymore. He's moved past the past and has reached acceptance that his life is good how it is right now. He doesn't want to change it or doesn't want to add anything to it. But that doesn't mean that you can't believe in the dream of you and Steven. It just means that you have to believe with every fiber of your being, because the universe has come along to tell you you have to be more flexible in the way you think about Steven, because he could be your friend. I don't know if he could ever be your lover. I'm not sure about that, because this card usually tells you that you have to grab your destiny by your own hands and remind yourself every day that it's going to be okay. No matter what happened in the past, no matter what happened with you, it's going to turn out the way it's supposed to turn out. So that you can get what you actually need for you. So they can fulfill your destiny. So they can fulfill your dream. And I don't think Steven is a part of that dream. Never has been, probably never will be. You are okay just as you are for now. If you want to add love to it, great. But do it because you want to share your journey with someone, not be just have someone to have someone there. We want to make sure that we are already everything we are needing ourselves to be. So he's everything he needs himself to be right now. He doesn't feel that sense of energy that he needs anything extra. He's got everything he needs right now. So that's basically the feelings he's having about you in the socials. I don't think he's checking them at all. I think he's living life too much. He's got feeding himself with what he needs, getting the needs met. He's believing in a new dream, and he's following his destiny. He's following all of his goals and dreams so that he can feel more, himself. I'm going to grab some. Oh, I can't grab some water. All right, the last of the coffee then. Here's your hydrate. Okay, and now on to the next. your God card. It is time to integrate there, crypto. Time to bring all of that which you want in your life together as one. We've talked about the catalyst a long time now, but now it's time that you struck that match to put that light on a candle that will burn bright for you. So remember to bring only that which will help your journey, brighten your future. Remember, negatives can be turned into positives, and positives can be turned into great and powerful gifts that you have somewhere in the future that are coming for you, crypto. And I think you're a little bit more free-spirited right now, and I don't think you should be tied down right now. I think you should go have some fun for a while and just maybe get crazy, crazy dating scheme. Just date every guy you think you want to date. I know that sounds kind of foreign to you, but I kind of think you need to mix it up a little bit. I think you're obsessing about these two people so much that you're blocking yourself out from other people who might be right around you. That's your reading for today, sweetie. I hope that helps you. And thank you, Jeffrey the Seer, for popping in and saying thank you for that subscription. When you asked me about Steven this time, I really saw the book closing on that. Like, there's no more reason to contact you, check up on you, anything like that. They've moved on and they're ready to experience a whole new, brilliant, beautiful life. And unfortunately, you're not there, so you can't be a part of it. All right? Stoner Bay to the reading room. My last and final reading for today. Stoner Bay to the reading room. Okay, this one is the fairy deck. It is an oracle deck. That means it only gives you an oracle answer. Like, for example, the last card said inner power. So it only gives you one answer, and that's kind of to verify something about your reading that you will get. This one is a regular tarot deck, just a normal, ordinary tarot deck, but it's the first one I ever used and the first one I trained myself on how to use. Then the goddess deck is there for that higher power or God connection. And we only do this on Wednesdays. Every other day we just use this one deck here. But Wednesdays are special, so you want the center deck, you got it. I'm putting these two away here, because I don't need them anymore. I need to learn to read.
I thought you did that in grade school.
Yeah, I meant read, not read. I know how to read. I don't know how to read. Now I need to pay attention is what I need to do. All right. What are your numbers? Okay, 8 and 28. So we got 16, 17, 18. 18 is 9. So you get 9 shuffles. 9 shuffles for you, my friend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh, you get an extra answer. 8 and 9. Since you had 2 of these pop out, they're extra answers if you want them. But here is the verification. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and the 8th card is now on top. And I'm going to put these under here for now until you tell me that one. Now, here comes your official shuffle. I've got to cleanse these cards off first, and then I'm going to give you the reading. I'll tell you when I'm starting your shuffle, okay? So just think about what you want to know and what you want a general reading. I'm going to give you a general reading, probably the general reading of your lifetime there. But we'll see how it goes, right?
I'm gonna go where I'm not bothering you.
Okay, you're not bothering me.
And I'll shut the door just so I can hear.
Oh, okay. See you later. Bye, honey. I love you. Bye. Say everyone. Say bye to Beth. Bye, Beth. She's gone. Okay, they like this spot right here for you. So here are your 8 official shuffles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. I'm considering these God cards now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20. 1, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. 28th card is now on top. And here is your reading for today. I have one promise I tell everybody when you're a first-time streamer here. I will tell you what you need to know, not what you want to know, the good, the bads, and uglies, and everything in between. Don't forget, I'm here between 9 a.m. and 12 p.m. Central Standard Time, everybody. So after this reading, we'll be finding someone to raid out to. If you can come along with me and show your support, I would greatly appreciate it. We're going to go find someone lovely to share our community with. So that's what I ask of you. That's what I say. If you can stick around, stick around. I ask you to stick around for 5 minutes. If you don't like what you see, please go self-care. Please go to the bathroom and do things that are important, really, because that's important. Your verification card is, my friend. Ooh, you have the star of hope, my friend, that things are about to get brighter, that you are the star in the sky, that people will notice and take note of because you deserve it, because you have earned this star. This star is all about you becoming the perfect self that you can be. So that's what the star means in my tarot deck. And we'll get to those other cards in just a second. So for your general reading, what I need you to hear today is that in life we do a lot of different things, right? All right? And one of the things that you are working on right now is learning how to cut those spider webs off of that top of your head of yours, okay? A lot of people love to give you a lot of good advice. People like to try to help mold you into a shape they want you to be. But it's time for you to take your life into your own 2 hands and grab the fan of life.
Sorry, I have to look at the address.
Okay, no worries. Fan of life. And then you have to start to use that power to fan the right kind of fire that's right in front of you. Okay? So you're going to cut off those spider webs and start to fan the fire that you want to grow within yourself. You get to choose how fast or slow you go. No one gets to tell you what speed to go any longer. You're going to go at your own pace, but you're going to do it by your own will, by your own intent. It's time for you to learn a new lesson, my friend, of self-resilience, of self-overcoming, of learning how to take your life into your hands and see the results. So if you are currently working on learning something right now, whether it's school, in your job, or in life, there's a lesson trying to be taught to you here that you have to pay attention to
1155
so that you can get the right kind of education, so that you can apply it to your life. That's what we're doing right now, is trying to show you that life is going the way it needs to go. I had to kind of quiet down because she's making a call a little bit here. And then the last but not least, in your future, what you need to do the most is not be worried about the thin ice that's out there in this world. Because no one's asking you to walk over a lake here, okay? You're walking on a path and there's a puddle or two that you step onto every once in a while. Now, you don't have ads, right? Just in case. Do you have ads, Stoner? Okay. Are you back? Are you here? Okay, good. Just wanted to make sure. because I didn't want you to miss something, okay? Because this is important. We all walk around on eggshells sometimes. You can't be afraid of walking on eggshells any longer. You can't be afraid of stepping into the wrong puddle and going about that far down into the dirt. And that's what we have to move forward from, is not learning how to let those little tiny cracks get in our way any longer. That could most possibly be the most important lesson you will learn. Because if you aren't afraid of it anymore, you know that you will be able to overcome anything else in your life. If you can overcome this one thing that keeps stopping you in your tracks. So today, above all days, the universe wants me to tell you the reason you're going through all of this right now is because it's time to let out your rain. You are the sky in this picture. You are not the rain. The rain is what happens to you, not what it is what you make. So you control whether or not you want yourself to rain today or not by letting out those emotions that need to be let out, by painting it out, writing it out, punching it out in a gym, or running it off, or dancing it off, or sleeping it off, or whatever your preferred measure of letting out emotions is. But it's time to start to let these emotions start to flow out through you, so that you can find that you have to empty the cup so they can try to fill it with something better. You got the star, and the star is always about hope. Hope is a powerful thing. If hope can see us through to the other side of all the benefits of that hope. So believe in yourself, because that's the most important thing. You are the star in your own world. So the more you believe in yourself, the more your dreams and wishes come true. Pay attention, take the fan by your hands, cut off the spider webs, and start feeding the right fire. Learn whatever lesson the gods are trying to teach you by looking at what's going on in your life and asking yourself the hard questions. Do I need to do this a better way? If so, apply something different. If not, okay, I got the message, but I'm still going to keep doing it anyway. That's still a choice. And don't let the scary little thin ice on the road scare you. Okay, that's your general reading. Now, I've got 2 other cards for you, but I was told to ask you if you want these, because they aren't your general God cards. This came out during your oracle reading, okay? So they're in addition to the star. But they want me to make sure that you're ready for a really extreme message, and they want to make sure that you're ready for a spiritual butt kick before I give it to you. So I ask you, would you like to see these God cards? It's in your hands whether you do or don't. You don't have to see them. It's a choice. All right. In addition to that, I'm going to just put these away real quick. I love my deck, but they're really big and bulky. Should have made them smaller. Oh well. I had big hands, so I figured make them the size that would fit my hands. So you have on your extra cards is the Fire card, the King of Wands, and you also have Defeat in reverse. Okay? So let's talk about the King first. This is all about you embracing your power. It's about you taking your life back, taking your throne back. The king of your own world, the person who wants to finally get to that point where they are at that mature level where they're ready to have wisdom and intelligence, where they're ready to have compassion, but they're ready to fight for what's right. We're ready to defend ourselves if we have to, but if we don't have to, let's make sure they feel welcomed and loved and included. A true king, a true leader, knows the difference in the balances within his own life. But when we talk about fire, that is will, that is intent, that is belief in myself. So it's time, my friend, to let go of the sadness and finally say, I'm tired. I'm ready to be happy. Today's the last day I carry the shit around with me. I will claim my throne and I will own my path. The Defeat card in reverse. It is the 5 of Swords because there are 5 swords that are going in the wrong direction. Because it's in reversed, it means that you are overcoming that defeat. that you are overcoming that sense of not being able to do those things. All right, did you get your call done okay?
No, it needs juice.
I'll let you use the computer here in a second. I'm almost done.
Okay, that's fine.
All right. Sorry about that. So that means that there are still 5 things you're probably most likely working on, but you've pretty much overcome them. They're no longer going to defeat you. You're turning them into a power. You learned how to turn your power, your most negative attributes, into a power. Good for you. I did it too. So that's basically what it's saying. Along with the star, believe in the hope, believe in your will, your power, and remind yourself that, yeah, you could be working on some things here, but you're mostly finished. It's no longer something that's going to defeat you. You will defeat it. That's your reading for today, my friend. And that concludes my reading for today. I want to thank every last one of you for being here. I want to thank you for your time. It's the most precious gift today. Thank you to Kill Switch for the 10 bomb I got today. Only my 3rd hype train I ever got in my life. I was so blessed by that. I don't get many tips. I don't get many donations. I don't get many subscriptions. I'm thankful for whatever you can do. I never require you to pay here. I ask that if you feel like I did a good job for you today and you feel like you can do something better for somebody else and it's not me, then do something positive for them. If you can do something positive for me, I love money for food and stuff like that. I'm just waiting for my birthday check to clear. So once I get that done, I'll be having a great day, but I have to wait for it to clear first. So I want to thank you on behalf of me and my wife for joining me here today. This is the Ethereal Fire Readings. We return to our normal readings tomorrow, where it's just my 5 paths deck giving you the answers that you need to hear. So, guys, we're going to start searching for our raid for today. And I'm going to see who else is out there. Since the one person I was looking for isn't here today, because I read the reading thing wrong. Excuse me. No, where we're going to go? We're going to go to someone who's a little bit more upbeat. We need some upbeat juice today. I want to give you a chance to win some money. How would you guys like to win some money? It's completely free to play, but they're the hardest death marble maps out there. So if you've ever played marbles on stream, I have a friend of mine named Cam on the Cob. He has a very sussy kind of a stream, a lot of trolly kind of a stream, but it's all in good fun, guys. It's really one of the most genuine, loving, good communities I've honestly met in the marbles community, and he does it in such a cool way, guys. So I'm going to take you to Cam on the Cob today. That's where we're going to go. Oh, I should go to TC instead. TC or marbles? TC or marbles? TC. All right, we're going there. All right, guys. I want you to come help me raid this wonderful, beautiful woman. Her name is Hey TC. And we're going to go give her some people to help, who can help her out. She's an astrologer. She's a tarot reader. She's ready to finally do the work. We're going to go get a reading there today, maybe. I'm going to go self-care for a little bit and see if I can find some oatmeal or something to eat real quick, and then I'll probably be in there to chit-chat for a little bit. So, but if you guys want to follow along, I'm going to be in there for 5 minutes, and then I'm going to go self-care because I also got to go pee. There's the raid message number 1 for non-subscribers. Message number 2 is for subscribers. You know, those of you who just got a brand new subscription should be able to use that one. Or you can do this one, which is just for fun. Because we smoke green once in a while, you can do that one as well. So, whichever one you want to do, copy and paste it into your chats. And let Kristen know that we love her and that she's doing a great job. And stick around for 5 minutes, watch how she does things, and see if she's the right fit for you. I hope you all have a fabulous day. I'm going to play the rest of my song, I See You, on the way out. as we start rating TC for today. All right?
What do I do, my friend?
I love you, and I'll see you tomorrow.
I